Okay, here we are again. Intro is complete, so we'll wait a couple of minutes and then we'll get started. Don't know why I just took a drink. I'm going to take another one in about a minute and a half, but I suppose it never hurts to be hydrated. Unless you do what I did before the stream started and try to take a breath while also taking a drink of water. Then it does hurt to be hydrated. That's what happens when you try to do too many things at once. Not really good. Doesn't really work out. Okay, let me take another drink, not breathe in this time, and then we'll get going. It's funny because I think I just practically hypnotic suggestioned myself subliminal messaging because I almost took a breath in between sips there. Let's not do that again. Let's just start. So for the past few days, I have had to apply Vaseline and or chapstick to the left side of my mouth more than once a day. Usually, it's enough to just apply it at the end of the day and let it sit overnight, and it's fine. But I have this wound on the side of my lips, like right at the horizontal point where your upper lip meets your lower lip. So opening my mouth at all during the day, unless I'm on mute for the entire day, causes it to split back open. And it sucks because it feels like there's a piece of me missing. And I think that's apt because, as it turns out, half of my party is currently gone looking for, well, the other half. So, thematically appropriate at least. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Skies of Arcadia Legends, the stream edition. Last time, we got separated from Aka, Fina, and Drachma because Ramirez shot us all out of the sky, and we have no idea where Drachma is, but we know where Aka and Fina are. They're looking for us, and they're off to Ducat's Island to try to get some treasure to maybe buy a ship, or rather, they're going to buy a ship, so they can go look for Ducat's treasure because we might end up in the same place. So we're going to try to reconnect the party today, and then we'll see what we can do from there. Hey Marie, how's it going? Welcome back. Company finally sent a laptop and you have to do a ton of extra stuff because paperwork, you guess. Oh boy. Yeah, paperwork's always a whole lot of fun. Well, hopefully you get through it in relatively short order so you can actually start working, because I feel like they've held you on the chain for long enough. Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah. The king would probably want to know that, hey, Value is thinking about, attacking and killing all of you, so we should probably go let them know. Yeah, I mentioned about the water not looking like water last time, and I think what I was actually thinking of was the desert city from Ni no Kuni, where the water actually isn't water, it's milk. And that's kind of gross because you would think it would just, instantly curdle as soon as you get it out of the ground in a place where it's 100 degrees year-round, but apparently not. If I recall correctly, it's actually fresh, cold milk. I don't know how, but Ni no Kuni doesn't necessarily have to make sense because it's a game by Studio Ghibli and level 5, so that's probably enough of an explanation. Oh, it's been an hour? Oh my god. Yeah, it sounds like you got a ways to go then. Well, Godspeed with it. Hopefully you get through it still in relatively short order. Well, not official business, but the Nas Sultan. I feel like that just messes up the, like, Nazarad. Is it just Nas Sultan? Because that seems... Why would you have the word, practically the word nasty in front of your title? I don't know. Yeah, probably a good idea. Sorry, that's from the air and the water mixing in my lungs from 10-15 minutes ago when I accidentally breathed while I took a drink. I mean, probably not, but he needs to know that Value is going to attack. Yeah, we have important information. Yeah. Well, that's the idea. Okay, well, good, because that's all I want. Thank you, sirs. That's all I needed. Well, here's the idea, Gilder, is that we don't act like ruffians, even if we are ruffians. Yep, that's the idea. You get further with honey than you do with vinegar in a lot of cases, so let's use that metaphor. You wanted to listen to me instead of YouTube. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad that the dulcet tones of my voice will allow you to work faster. I'm pretty sure there's no scientific data on that, but hey, sometimes anecdote is all you need. This guy looks very exactly like what I thought he would look like, considering the locale. Okay, anyway. Well, I don't need anything from you. I just need to... Yeah. We just need to tell you that Value was thinking about, you know, trying to kill all of you. Yeah, just in case. Okay, well, good. That's what I was hoping for. But yeah, you probably should mobilize anyway, just to be safe. Well, yeah, I mean... What if they invade from the north? What if they blow open the mountain between Valua and the North Strait and just you say, okay, well, here we come. Okay. What about the west? Couldn't they come from the west, too? Like, I mean, I guess they'd still have to blow open mountain ranges, but if the Moonstone Cannon is fully functional at this point, they probably have a weapon with which they could do that. I'm glad that you don't lack for confidence, I guess. Well, I guess that's a fair point, actually. Faster, you hate working in silence. You don't want to go insane. Yeah, that's fair. I get that, that's for sure. Sometimes white noise is nice to have when you're working. I mean, he seems confident enough, so I guess it's probably worthwhile for us to just go and... Yeah, I hope so. Something tells me it's not going to work out that way. I've played this JRPG before, but, you know, we did the best we could. Meanwhile... Well, it's not bad. I mean, it's, you know, big enough to seat two. There is that, yeah. I guess we're not buying any supplies on the way. How am I supposed to use all of your MP if I don't have any magic droplets to replenish it? That is actually a fair point for this next section of the game, because if you can't tell at this point, both of the parties are going to get to Ducat's Island, but in separate parts of the island because they have halves of the map that splits the island in half. So that means that the next dungeon will have your party split up, and one half of them will have most of your magical power, but also none of your healing items, and the other half will have all of your items, but basically no magic power. It's interesting. I actually like it, because it's one of those situations in an RPG where they take away materials from you or party members and force you to confront a dungeon without all of your tools. And I've always enjoyed that, so... Oh boy. A skull on the map, huh? Interesting. Well, we'll have to go see what that skull's all about then, won't we? Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We just, we're trying to get the party back together. Right now, Aka and Fina are off on their own, and Vice and Gilder are off on their own, trying to figure out where Aka and Fina are. But we've both got treasure maps to Ducat's Island, so hopefully we'll end up in the same place eventually. Alright, but anyway, yeah, we can just head on out after this. But like I said, you got no gold. And, I mean, you have a few items. You've got the Sylph Seed and then a Cham and Aberric Cham and some Sacred Crystals if you need it. But, yeah, you're pretty much just relying on your own wits with Aka and Fina and their combined 35 MP. So there you go. It's one of the reasons, by the way, why I got Epsilon Mirror so early, because then Aka can just, like, heal them and replenish her MP with Epsilon Mirror if I need it, so... Yeah, it is. It's a smart decision, I think, on the part of the developers. It gives you something that's not so, like... I don't really know how to describe it, but basically it provides an additional challenge while still feeling organic to the story, you know? So, maybe I shouldn't save there. Maybe I should save here. Because this is the previous stream, so... like the stream before the last stream. Alright, let's get on our ship anyway. We could linger here for a little while longer, but there's nothing for us to find here as far as I'm aware, so... as Aka and Fina anyway, and we already got the Moonfish as Vice and Gilder, so... To be honest, you like dungeons that make you play with a new set of rules without being dumb at it. Like, you really liked how the Pharos Lighthouse worked? Like, you mean the Pharos at Ridorana, like in... Do you mean the Subterra? Because I don't remember doing much of the Subterra, but yeah, I think there's situations where, yeah, you decide what you lose. Yeah, I think I recall that, actually. It's been a long time since I've done the Subterra, though. Probably almost as long as the last time I played this game, because that's about when I did my 99.9% file of Final Fantasy XII, so, you know. Doing alright babysitting and playing Marvel Spider-Man for your nephew. Oh, nice. That's cool, Conker. Hopefully you guys enjoy that, then. The dead will always watch over my treasure, and a skull on the eastern part of the Valuan continent. Okay, so if we find the skull, we'll find the map itself. So there's got to be like a skull right around here. And then Crescent Isle is there, which means he probably wasn't too far off, Gonzalez, from Ducat's Island. So let's go take a look around anyway. And get into some fights while we're at it. Because, yeah, they're not going to make it that easy on us. I mean, they'll give us a little bit less enemies to deal with, and they're probably a little easier, but that Scorpon's still got a bit of HP, so... I forget, we get Sacrum for both of you already? Yeah, we did. We also got Pyrum for both of you already, so I guess there's that. Well, what magic do I want to work on? I could get Pyrulen, that's the next red spell for them. I could also keep working on Crystalline, because that's the next purple spell for them. I'll work on this, and, yeah, I don't think Alpha Storm's... Actually, it might work okay in here, because it's, you know, it's a small ship. Why don't we do this, and then you can use Crystallis. How about that? Oh, no, wait, you can use the Crystallis box. Oh, no, wait, you don't have the Crystallis box. Damn it! Gotta pick and choose here. Alright, how about this? How about you use, Crystallis on this guy, and you use Pyre on them both. And we'll see what happens. See what I mean? No, you gotta figure out, you gotta pick and choose what you can do in each particular situation to try to get out of it. That did 0.
Give me strength.
So this guy's, what, immune to magic? Well, probably pretty damn close. Okay, well, that changes things up a little bit. I'm gonna have to figure this whole mess out. And then, you go after the Scorpion. Magic? Question mark? So it's like a caster of some kind then. Alright. And it's got a little bit of HP too. Alright. Well, we'll figure this out. I'll get used to using these two eventually. Oh, I'm silenced. Okay, so what they're trying to say is, hey, definitely attack physically, because your everything else is definitely not going to work. And there's Sacrum, and is that going to be on the Scorpion? It's on both of you, okay. Well, that's annoying as hell.
Here goes.
I guess take out the Knezel first then, huh? I was thinking I could take out the Scorpion, but I was not fast enough. So I'll take out the Knezel first. You know, if I live, considering I'm getting my balls rocked by the enemies here. Are you vulnerable to Glyph? Because you might be vulnerable to Glyph. Unless I can counter, and that means you might die in a second without me even glyphing you. Well, no, Aka probably can't do enough quite to kill you. She could just miss, too. That's also a possibility. Let's see. Are you vulnerable to Glyph? Well, that's 0 damage and no stone. Okay, got it. So there's... Basically, attack him physically at the beginning of the battle in order to get rid of him, even with the potential for you to miss. Also, Fina's getting absolutely destroyed. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay. But he's got like 300-ish HP, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal to get rid of him. Can we also talk about how Weiss got lucky AF finding Gilder's airship passing by so quickly? Yeah, it's nice that he was able to get off the island after only 2 weeks, you know, like that. It could have been a lot worse for him, that's for sure. So. Are you guarding? Yeah, you're guarding. That's why you took no damage there. Okay, well, we got him anyway. Your party unravels fast AF when they're separated. You kind of like that. Yeah, especially when the enemy dodges and can cast Sacrum. That really doesn't help us too much, does it? It's okay, though. We'll figure it out. And has high magic defense, so I can't just cast Pyras or Pyram on them the whole time. That also doesn't help a lot. But, you know, it's a challenge. It's interesting. I'll take it. And, yeah, use Sacri, because, there we go. You're a mana battery now, Aka, so you're automatically the best healer that we've got. I guess I could go back to Nazarad and, like, try to buy some supplies now if I really wanted to, but, Excuse me. Each member has strengths and weaknesses, and they can't be totally patched without the rest. Insert cheesy teamwork moral here. Yeah, and I mean, it's a cliche in a lot of RPGs where it's like, oh, no, you know, your teamwork is the reason why you're able to win, but here's the thing, is that when it actually happens in gameplay where it's like, holy crap, I have like no HP because I'm using both of the mages in one party, yeah, then it actually, like when it's married between the story and the gameplay, I like it, basically. So... You know, this looks like an awfully large strait through which the entire Valuant Armada can sail, and I didn't see a whole lot of military presence back there. So, what is Nazar thinking? Are they thinking? I think they're just boasting, honestly. Anyway. Okay, these guys I think we can take care of pretty easily. Yeah, Barakas. We should probably work on using our, getting some purple EXP from them, because purple does pretty good against the Maracas, so I'd imagine it's similar to the Barakas. I'm going to use Crystallis on one of them, just in case Aka can't do enough to kill one by herself. She can do enough to kill one of them by herself, never mind. That was almost 800 damage, which means this is going to do like 9-ish, somewhere in there. We usually can't hit in the 4 digits yet. Yeah, 882, good lord. Those things are really weak to Crystallis.
That was fun.
See, when I can use magic with this party, it works out really nicely, but when you can't, well, it doesn't at all. Yeah, we're a little bit away from Crystallum still. Probably get it in the next dungeon, actually. So... Alright, I think it's time to look for that skull thing, because I think we're pretty close to the eastern edge of the continent. So... It's gotta be on one of these islands up ahead. Let's see here. The skull thing might be, like, up here, though, so then Ducat's Island would be, like, over here. So let's go take a look. Oop. There it is! The Skull Rock! Not bad. Didn't even think it was directly here. Anyway, the Skull Rock says, I never believed that old story about the skull pointing the way to hidden treasure, but one night we was passing by it, and moonlight from the full moon reflected off Skull Rock and lit up an island in the distance. From an anonymous sailor. And that means that this island over here might be Ducat's Island. There's the balloon seed. Although we just went northeast, so maybe not this one. Maybe it's this one. Let's see here. Just kind of come around the side. Ha! Yeah, there's no actual map marker on this one. You just have to use your own eyeballs in order to see, hey, yeah, this is actually the island. So, ooh, there's a cham around here, too. There we go. Was that one of my notes? Hang on, let me see. Yes, there's another one here on the island. I actually made a very large mistake. I did not do notes for anything after Ducat's Island. I was completely not thinking about that yesterday, and then I got to like an hour before the stream today. Didn't have enough time to do notes, and I was like, holy crap, I haven't done anything after Ducat's Island, so I might actually have to load up a list of where the chams and moonfish are at some point today, but we'll see. Wait a goddamn minute. They said you have a single course out of 4 that you need to do, but the course is broken into 8 mini courses? Damn it, oh my god. There's always a catch, isn't there? Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. There's a scorpion on this door. Well, what's it say, Fina? When the two become one, the path will reveal itself to you. Yeah, and as if this whole setup of the party being separated wasn't enough. As it turns out, Ducat's Island will not open up unless your party is split into 2 groups. So, that's just great. It's like they wrote this entire part of the story for this exact plot point. Anyway, time to go treasure hunting with Weiss and Gilder, and yeah, now we actually have to go looking, but we the player already know where it is, so. And as it turns out, it is to the north of the City of the Sands. When the 2 pieces become whole, the way to the treasure will be known. Okay, so this oasis place, was Nazarad before this, so we just gotta go to the north of it. Well, I mean, we might find them sooner than you think. There you go. Well, that's the idea. He's deeply determined to do what he wants to do, so. Yeah, meanwhile, back in Nazar, yep, exactly. And now I will save here, even though we just saved here, just because if we run into that thing that uses Sacrum, well, now I don't have somebody in my party with 150% accuracy, so Weiss and Gilder might have a little trouble. We shall see. But yeah, it's interesting because they make you make the trip twice, but they give you the half of the map that actually gives you real, like, directions to get there the first time, so that you can search for it yourself first. And then, even though Weiss and Gilder may not necessarily know where it is themselves, you, the player, already know where the island is because you've looked for it and found it. So, it's interesting, I think, how they do that. Alright, we got lurkers here. Well, they're green, so red will work pretty good against them. So I guess we'll just blast. Anyway, I started blasting. Almost wish she had a GameCube again. Yeah, that would be nice. I think we still have ours hidden away somewhere, but I don't even think it runs anymore, to be honest, so it definitely wouldn't run this game. But still have the Wii, so then I can run it on native-ish hardware. So.
I wish they were all that easy.
He's just so over the top. Oh, man. No, Gilder always sort of ingratiated himself to me really quickly, to be honest. Ooh, Weiss got Spirit that level. That's really nice, actually. That'll give us a little extra at the start of battle, along with some max Spirit, so that's pretty good. But yeah, Gilder always ingratiated himself to me pretty quickly, just because he's just so, like, over-the-top charismatic, even though he's, like, a pervert and a womanizer in a lot of ways. It's just like, okay, well... What do you have to say, sir? Well, that makes sense, actually. The safer you keep the trade routes, the better off you'll be. Oh, you had the silver one? Okay, gotcha. I think I just had the regular one, but if I remember right, we put the stickers that you got with Pokemon XD on ours, so it was always like... I don't know if it was purple or it wasn't, but it was purple because of the stickers anyway, so... Alright, well we got rid of the little guys, now it's just the Scorpion and the friggin' sea urchin. Ow. Why do you have a laser? Why don't I have Gilder's first S move yet? Because this would be a perfect situation to use it in, but, well, I don't, so... I'll go to crit. Ow. Well, that's not very nice. Shoot him, Gilder! I just like how he, like, runs up on them and his melee attack is just him using this old Faintlock pistol executioner style. It's just so ridiculous. You're blue element? Yeah, you're blue element. You know what? Why don't we use green? Because these two are almost to the next thing for their green element. They've got, like, 8 battles and then they can get it, so...
I wish they were all that easy.
I know, it's probably not, like, optimal to have him say that because it's the longest victory animation in the game, but, like, I don't know, I can't get enough of it. It's just, maybe it's just me, but it's just fun.
Well, we got more infos for the dog.
Oh, okay. Nice. You are now not playing Spider-Man and you're outside babysitting. Okay, well, hopefully it's just as much fun. I mean... I don't know if you're just sitting around outside or if you're actually doing stuff, but hopefully it's just as much fun. I'm kind of iffy about these lurkers. I feel like they're probably like the same types of dealies as the other enemies that look like them where they can cast instant death spells. So, since that's the case, let's just go after him first. You know what? I'll have Gilder go after him too, just because that way... in case he doesn't, in case we miss or something, that way I can fix it, you know. Okay, you're guarding, that's fine. One less thing to attack me this turn. And I think Vice has Crystallis, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Okay, well, let's use it on the Baraka, see how it goes. Oh, hang on. There we go. That's Crystalli. There it is.
Moons, give me strength.
Yeah, distractions galore, oh yeah. I know how that goes, Conker, believe me. Okay, so these guys have, like, no HP. Alright.
That was easy.
But yeah, see how, like, because Gilder's in your party, it actually forces you to wait through his entire victory animation before it finishes the battle? I don't know if anybody caught that, but if you looked behind Vice, even though Vice finished his animation, Gilder had to finish his up before we could actually, like, continue and move onward, so... I guess if you're, like, speedrunning the game, it's a little annoying, but I don't think it's anything you have direct control over, so it's not like you can RNG your way out of it, you know? It's interesting, too, though, because Ducat's Island is kind of at, like, a triangulation point between those 3 little islands there, so... I mean, I guess people still wouldn't find the treasure because they need to figure out Ducat's puzzle in order to find the treasures, but... you know. Let's see. I could use a Sacrum Crystal. There we go. Now, I don't have any moonberries, right? I just want to make sure before I... Yeah, no, I don't. Okay. Well, we'll get at least one in this dungeon, so maybe then I'll be able to use his, whatchamacallit.
You know the flu's going around.
And it looks like we're on a specific part of the island, like the opposite side from where Aka and Fina ended up, so... Let's see. Oh, let me look at my thing here. Okay, the moonfish is inside of Ducat's Island. Okay. So we'll just check it out and see what we got with this thing over here. See that little section of the map actually showing up? I wonder why. Maybe there's like a cave inside or something. Well, we got a... What is that, a gecko on this door? Salamander? Something like that. I mean, probably not. It looks like it's pretty well made.
What do you think of that?
I mean, you're correct, Gilder, but we don't know the trick until... Well, as it turns out, we were standing on a switch. And so was Aka and Fina. And I would imagine, yeah, the switch is enough to open the door, so... What a coincidence! Yeah, that's a fair point. At least you have good enough family relations to babysit. No one in your family even has kids at this point. We're all 18 plus. Yeah, that might make it a little tricky with kids. Yeah, if any of your extended family has kids, you know. So, excuse me. Yep, of course. What are the chances that someone else, more importantly, someone we know, might be on this island at the same time we are? There's no way. You're just being delusional. Well, anyway, looks like we know our next destination. We gotta head inside. Alright, so now we're split up in this dungeon. You'll notice that there is a rotating, quote-unquote, it's not a save point, but it has a sword in it and a boomerang in it up ahead. That's how you switch parties, so we'll work on that in a minute. First, let's have a look around. There's a sky wing. We can check and see if that's any better than the one that we have. Let's see, the Skywing has more power, but less accuracy. 107 versus 96. I mean, I guess it's not bad for right now because we need a little more physical attack power, so what the hell. I'll equip it. We'll actually be finding something else in terms of accessories pretty soon for Aka, and maybe even for Fina. Depends on how many moonfish we have, but pretty soon we'll be able to go give the moonfish to Doc. We haven't been able to do that in a while, but we need to get out of here and get our ship and everything first before that happens. Then we'll be able to go give them the moonfish. And it's been quite a while. We've got, like, how many moonfish hanging around in our inventory here? Oh, they're not here. Might be in here. Hold on. Excuse me. We got 5 moonfish. And we'll have a 6th one once we're done here, so we've got plenty of moonfish to give to them. That's for sure. Well. Hey, Amarella, how's it going? Yeah, fish? Yes, fish! Indeed. Definitely, lots of fish. Welcome back. We just, both parties just got to Ducat's Island, so eventually we'll meet in the middle, and then the party will be complete again. No idea about the rest of your family, but you're not looking at having kids. No reason to be a terrible parent. Well, I don't think you'd be a terrible parent, but I'll be honest, I kind of agree with you on the I don't think I'm having kids part. Like, I was thinking about it earlier. What was my thought process for that? There was a specific thought process that I had about it. Well, let me do this, and then I'm sure I'll think of it eventually. Oh wow, those guys go down pretty quick. But yeah, I don't really think I foresee myself having children. It's not even like because of the fact that I'm concerned about the ability of having, you know, of being a good parent, a bad parent, in between, anything like that. I think I'd be a great parent, if I'm honest with you. I've already done enough, not really child raising, but I've done enough of that on my own to where I know I'd be a halfway decent parent. It's just, I have issues with certain systems that are in place, like the education system in the United States gives me conniptions and makes me not want to have children because, well, to be frank with all of you, I already want to burn the U.S. education system to the ground because I think it's not good enough and we need to burn it all down and start it all over again. And I don't even have kids, so if I had children, it might push me over the edge and make me want to do it for real. Okay, I convinced myself I want kids. Okay, anyway. I realized how much of a meme I could make out of that as I was saying it, so I said, no, we're making it into a joke. That was a quick encounter. Oh, okay, that's why it was a quick encounter. Because Evelyn Bane is also here. I don't know how he got in. Maybe he just followed us or something, but anyway. We gotta fight him. How do I want to do this? Well, really, I want to Cutlass Fury, but I guess I could Counter-Strike in case he actually, like, attacks me. And then we can guard. Because I don't want to get bursted. But I do want to Cutlass Fury him, so we'll work on that in a minute. Oh, nice. You hit the exact person that I wanted you to hit. There you go. Because, yeah, Evelyn Bane's got quite a bit of HP, so he'll take a little bit to knock down. So, attack! Probably gonna get blasted this turn, but that's okay. Your immediate family, only your brothers had kids. Okay, gotcha. I mean, you know, it's just up to the prerogative of the person in the family. If they want kids, then have kids, you know. Doesn't matter too much.
Gotcha.
Nice shot, Gilder. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough to get rid of him. Maybe I should have had you attack last turn. Ow. I like how he lined up for his head, though. Usually he shoots body shots when he does a short-range attack like that, but he just specifically lined up the headshot and then was like, bleh. Who the fuck helped Ducat make all these mechanisms so he could hide his treasure? That's a fair question, but Ducat probably had a pretty widespread crew. And, I mean, they plundered everybody everywhere, so they probably encountered a few people that knew how to hide treasure along the way, I would guess. Speaking of hiding treasure, Evelyn Bane was hiding 3,444 gold in whatever pockets he had there. And there's an Ickle seed, so that's cool. Fucking agree, like we memorize test answers, essentially. That's it. Who remembers anything from history in the U.S.? Yeah. Especially when they cut short all the parts that are important about our recent history. But that's a discussion that we can have a different day, I think. I'm not trying to say we shouldn't talk about it. I'm just saying if I get on that tangent, we won't end up playing this video game for very long. So, yeah. What's a soul crystal, anyway? Let's see. Is it like some kind of... Oh, no, it's a healing item. Oh, it's a treasure. Okay, so it's something else that we can sell. Kind of like the golden mask that we got back in Rixus. So, there you go. It does make me wonder how Evelyn Bane gets to all these places without us knowing that he's here, though. Like, he has to be following us, but... I don't know. Maybe he's very good at hiding. Personally, don't think you'll be having kids, especially if you're still single. Yeah, I get that. It's tough to have kids when you're single because there's so many responsibilities you have to take care of yourself, you know? So, having kids in the mix, it further complicates things. Oh, no, it's fine, Marie. I know we could both go off on a complete tangent about it. It's just I want to make sure that we actually play this video game today. That's all. I just don't want to... I don't want to go too overboard with this stuff. But know that I do have opinions on it. They are very deep. Not deep, but, like, lots of opinions. And I could talk about them for hours. Yeah, let's just do that. How can I... I don't know if that lines up quite enough. Let's just Pyres. It's fine. Yeah, I feel the same way, though, Conquer. Like, in terms of children, especially if I'm still single, like, I would never consider having children if I'm still single. It would have to be an adoption. So, like, I'd have to adopt kids. Hell, that might be the only way it would happen anyway, so... But, yeah, I don't know. That's just me. Alright, are you guys lined up for an Alpha Storm now? No, you're not, but that's okay, because we can just do this, and, yeah, why don't you Pyre? Because that'll probably do a little more damage than your physical attack, because they're purple element. So, let's find out. Especially since I've been feeding you Ickle Seeds since the beginning of the game, although that's only really given you, like, 6 more will. But sometimes 6 more will makes a big difference. Excuse me. Okay, so they're still a ways off from Pyrolin. They're not too far off from Crystalline, but Pyrolin might take a little while. It's funny, too, because Fina's actually almost done with Sacralin, so she's almost done with Green Magic altogether. Oop. Wasn't close enough. That's my bad. I was burping the whole time. Yeah, this place is a bit of a mystery until you hit the center and realize, hey, that's what's going on. Alright, well anyway, can I... Well, I just hold L and R and the camera will still have a problem in these tight spaces, but there we go. A couple of saccharine crystals if you need them. At the moment I do not, but well, looks like we gotta stand on this and then switch over to Vice so he can get to the next thing and that can open it for Aka. I think we're still good. We've got plenty of MP between the two of us, and I think Gilder also has Crystallis in the event of an emergency, so he can always cast it if Vice runs out of MP. In other news, you're now engaging in a toy lightsaber fight with the kids. Yeah, hell yeah is right. That's great, Conker. You go have fun with them kids. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Alright, let's see here. Ah, okay. Yeah, so this room has some a little bit of a puzzle to it, but we'll get there in a minute. First, we gotta get these two maidens' armors. Let's see how those do. Actually, I'm gonna use Sacrum while I'm at it. There we go. Maiden's armor, probably better than the fiber robe, right? Yes, definitely better than the fiber armor. Oh, given to a great female warrior by Ducat. Okay, well, let's hope he wasn't as perverse as Gilder is, because, good lord. You get extra hit and dodge off the light coat, right? So that's 103. Yeah, I don't... it's not quite good enough to where I would consider giving it to Fina, but the main armor is a good upgrade for Aka, so let's give that to her. Yeah, I suppose we could have gone back and bought supplies if we, like, if we went back after doing a couple of battles with Aka and Fina, we could have gone back to Nazar and maybe bought some supplies, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, here's the puzzle. So, basically, on Vice's side, we've got these little rotating things here. And when you rotate the little turn wheel, it rotates the platform, which allows you to move up and down and all around. And there's some magic droplets. Not that Vice really needs them, but, you know. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. I think we're going... Yeah, we're going down here. It looks like there's a section up, too, that we could go, but I'm not sure about that. There's Ducat's armor. So I guess decent upgrades all around here. This might be better than the Victory Mail as well. Like, better enough to where I'd consider using it. Yeah, I think I would consider using it. Let's see how Gilder is doing, anyway, in his stuff. Oh, 116.99. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of extra defense, then. So, well, Victory Mail served us for a little while, but I think it's almost time to retire it at this point. So, up was the chest up there. Where is the moonfish in here? Okay. I don't think it's in this room. I think it's in one of the other rooms, so... I might want to switch over to Aka, actually, to move her across now that Vice moved the platform a little bit. Okay, so hers actually needs to be up from here. That don't go nowhere. Alright, so rotate it twice. That'll get it up so she can go over there. Okay, I see now. And then Vice will rotate it again so that they can go down. Got it, got it. So I guess from the perspective there, Vice is at the bottom while Aka is up near the top there. My eyes played a trick on me there because I looked up at the top and I was like, okay, that's where Vice is, but I was like, wait a minute, the terrain doesn't look right. But yeah, it turns out Aka is up top, like a floor above Vice. If we look down, I'm sure we could probably... No, can't see it from here, but... It's down there, that's what I'm saying. And then, yeah, go from there. There's some magic dew. Is that the new MP healing item? I think it is, actually, if I remember right. Let's see. Yeah, this is the really good stuff here. Now, we don't have any of it at the moment, of course, but this is the real good stuff, and it's very useful near the end game. It restores 10 MP for a single item, although I think it's pretty damn expensive to buy in the shop. I think it's about as expensive, if not slightly more expensive, than a Sacrum Crystal, so... It'll take a little money out of our pockets, but it's very nice to have. If you can afford it, you know. Yeah, use sideways stairs like the Millennium Puzzle. Yeah, just turn this place into a big old MC Escher painting where all the stairs go everywhere but where we need them to go. Something like that. I'm sure Aka's probably freaking out about this whole thing. She's like, "What? Why is everything moving like that?" But anyway. There we go. Okay, so will this swap us over? Yes, it will. I think this is the room where the Cham and the Moonfish are, if I recall correctly. Now, obviously, we won't be able to see the Cham from Vice's side, but we can see it from Aka's and Fina's. And we won't be able to see the Moonfish from Aka's and Fina's, but we'll be able to see it from Vice's. It's not like you have to come back or something and then redo the dungeon to, you know, get to where you need to go. Feralisk. Oh, boy. Why don't we just attack the Baroos first? And then we'll get the Feralisk later. I think I'm just going to cast Crystalline on them because I don't think we'll need Crystallis to kill these guys. So, hell, this counterattack might kill him for all I know. Yeah. Again, red and purple make a huge difference in terms of damage. It's a 40% increase, so definitely worth your while to use those against them if you're using weapons or spells. Not bad. This guy's got a little bit of defense, but that's okay. He's like a palette swap with a Death Hound that Piastol has in the battle there. Not a wonder he's using stuff like Noxie if that's the case. He didn't even poison me there. Sorry, pup, you just don't got it. I'm going to leave them on purple because they're pretty close to Crystalline, so... Alright. And yeah, Aka's only got about 10 battles to Crystalline. And actually, no, 10 battles if all 4 party members are together, so it's going to be a little bit still. I hear the Cupid. No, not there. There's a Vital Seed. I think that's, what is that, Vigor? I think that might be something worthwhile for Fina. Max HP, actually. Okay, so we'll give that to Aka for now. Don't worry about the fact that we're not really feeding these to Fina. We'll get the chance to give Fina some Vital Seeds later on in the game. Just not yet, that's all. Alright, Aka, you do this. I'll even use Sacrum, because why the hell not? Then I only use 1 MP and I heal everybody to full. This is why I wanted to get Sacrum, by the way, to cast, because it's just highly useful in terms of, like, being able to heal everybody quickly, you know? So, right around here somewhere. There you go. So yeah, quite a few Cham in here. I need to go down there. First, let's go here. Is that all the Cham in here? Yes it is, actually. So now it's just the Moonfish. And then after that, I have no idea where anything is. Let's see. Feralisk and 3 Baroos. So the Feralisk I definitely want to get rid of. Actually, Aka, you can probably just kill the Baroo with a physical attack. Fina... I'll use Crystallis, because I don't know how much magic defense the Feralisk has, but, I mean, I don't think he has enough to get through Fina's magic at this point, unless it's, like, one of those cases like that weird weed thing that could cast Sacrum out by Nazarad, you know. But we'll see. He does have quite a bit of defense, doesn't he? Magic defense. Probably because of the side that we're on, like where it's like, oh no, they've got to have more physical or magical defense because you're using the magic characters, you know. It's probably done on purpose, is what I'm saying. Alright, now all we need is 1 counterattack, and then we'll be able to... Okay, maybe I shouldn't have jinxed it by saying that's all we needed.
Give me strength.
Now I gotta spend another turn. It's okay, though. Goodbye. And didn't quite build up enough for Epsilon Mirror yet, so we'll have to think about that one at a different date. Oh, okay, bye.
We did it.
Alright. Let's go get this treasure, and then we'll head back up. Anything over there? No, not really. Oh, there's a moonberry, but unfortunately it's going to stay in Aka and Fina's inventory, so we can't just give it to Gilder. Yet, until the party comes back together, that is. Ideally, there will be one on the other side of the dungeon, too, but, well, we aren't quite there yet. So, let's see. I might be able to Alpha Storm these guys. That wouldn't be too bad. Maybe I should just use Pyre, though, like a couple of times. Because that would probably work a little better. Because then they could both cast it, you know. So we'll see what happens. Nice dodge, Fina. That's that dodge and quickness that she gets off of her armor, helping her out there. Okay, yeah, Pyre works really well on these guys. Got it. I mean, I guess they're green elements, so that's why, but yeah. I think this might be the music from the Temple of Pyron as well, now that I think about it. Let's see. Why is the door not open? Isn't this supposed to... Oh, okay. It just closed because... I don't know why. It closed, though. I don't know what's up with that. There's some Risen Crystals, in case you haven't been leveling your silver magic with Vice in them. And I think that... Yep, there's a Moonberry. And the Moonfish is right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, ho, ha. There we go. Got it. Alright, that's everything in this dungeon that I wanted to get, so... And now, let's grab Gilder his first super move, since we got that Moonberry. It is... Basically, here's the thing about Gilder, right, is that he's basically like Vice with his regular physical attacks. He's a little stronger on the physical side than Vice is. He's just a little bit less magically oriented. But his super moves are more like Aka's, where they don't specifically hit a single target. They will hit multiple different targets. In this case, he's got basically like a physical version of Alpha Storm, except it costs 9 SP and does more damage than Alpha Storm. So, but he doesn't have a single target super move. All of his super moves are multi-target in exchange for being slightly less powerful than Vice's. So he's more powerful than Vice, but his super moves don't quite carry the same weight. We'll get another party member later on in the 4th slot of our party who is essentially the opposite. He's closer to Aka in terms of his regular physical attacks, but also his magical attack, not magical attacks, super moves are closer to Vice's because they're all single targets. So we'll figure that one out later. For now, that's all we got there. So let's see here. Let's just take a look around and keep going. This dungeon's actually moving along pretty smoothly, all things considered. I didn't think it would, but... Oh, there you go. Can I get away with using Crystalli on these guys? Probably not, right? I probably still need Crystallis to break through their defense. Well, anyway.
Moons, get me
It's alright, we'll just see what we can do. I'm gonna say that we probably needed Crystallis to get through there. Although it looks like our physical attacks would just break through a little easier. I'll just use physical attacks after this then with those guys.
I wish they were all that easy.
Because it'll probably work even easier than what Gilder was impressed at there. Alright. So we'll go up this way. Guess it makes sense that we're on the lower floors, considering we're in this little valley while Aka gets to be up on those platforms up above. There's an Electrum box, and actually that's a really nice item, and I didn't even know that we were going to get that, but it's a good reason for me to still not invest in getting any yellow spells. Because first of all, we've still got the Crystallis box for some godforsaken reason, but now we've also got the Electrum box, which is like the Electri box, except it's the 3rd level of yellow damage magic spell. So it has an even wider line AoE. And it has 5 or 6 charges, so you can use it in pretty much any situation where you would need yellow element magic. So that's pretty nice. There will be situations where we'll be able to use more yellow element magic later on in the game because there will be more blue elemental enemies to deal with, but... Excuse me. I don't know, it doesn't feel like there's enough situations where there are specific types of enemies all over the area that you're in, to the point where you need to start thinking about, okay, well, I can't do enough damage to all of these blue elemental enemies because I don't, you know, with Pyre or with Crystally or something like that, so I need to invest in Electri to do the damage. And I think that's one of the major problems that I have with the game's magic system, is that I was trying to think about it after last time. I was like, I can't really put my finger on what the problem is, but I think there is a problem here. The problem that I have with the game's magic system is the way that the enemies are varied when you're in battle with them. Because it isn't like, okay, well, we're under the red moon, so all the enemies here will be red elemental, which says, okay, well, in that case, I should probably level my purple magic. The enemies are varied up, so there isn't really a set definition for, okay, well, I should explicitly level this magic at this point in the game or anything like that. You just end up leveling whatever you want, and you can probably get away with it. So there isn't a point to specialization, I guess, is what I'm saying, and that's... I mean, it's fine. There's nothing really wrong with it. It just, I think the game would benefit a little more from specializing in what you needed to focus on in terms of magic. And I mean, you know, they could build around it so that basically it's like, okay, well, there's a whole bunch of different things that you could specialize in, but you'll get a good mix of all the magics across the game if you know, after we have you level everything, so... Then again, that could be a problem of the game's design principle anyway, because here's the thing, all healing magic is tied to green magic, and if they said, okay, well, you know, the green magic is good against blue, the green moon is good against the blue moon. Well, here's the thing, the blue moon isn't something that you work towards until, like, really, like, after this, basically. Like, after we're done here and we get our own ship, we're going to start going after the blue moon crystal. So, spoilers for, like, you know, an hour from now when that happens. But, yeah, so you basically wouldn't have a huge incentive to level green magic until, like, 55-60% of the way through the game. And I guess they saw that and said, I guess we have to kind of vary it up, because otherwise the players won't have any incentive to level healing magic, and then they'll be SOL because they won't have healing. But then there's items that do the same thing, so... I don't know, it's something. Where am I supposed to be going here? Okay, I gotta get over there. Okay, so bring Vice here, have him switch back over, and then have Aka go back and turn the stuff around so that Vice can get there. Alright. I think I get it. Keyword is think. Oh, hang on. Hit the thing, Aka. There you go. Alright, so go 3 times, and then we'll be able to get over there. Alright, so let's go here, and then we'll see if we're far enough for Vice to actually go there. It should be turned in the, yeah, proper direction for him to hit up the switch, so... Actually, I think while this is doing that, I'm going to put my jacket on because the air conditioner just came on. Whoa. Damn, this place is fancier than I gave it credit for. They just turned the whole frickin' room around. It's like I'm in a giant puzzle box. I mean, that's not really far from the truth, so... You're now taking a break, but may continue to fight soon. Oh, there you go, Conquer. Not a bad thing to take a break, so give them a chance to rest up so that they can hone their Jedi powers. What's going on screen? Well, we just solved a puzzle that allowed us to open this door. And we are in a room that apparently is a giant cylinder with a bunch of gears in it. And by solving the puzzle and hitting these buttons, we just turned the room like 90 degrees, basically. So now we can move through the door. So, yeah, like I said, this place is basically a giant puzzle box. And, well, we're inside of it, so that's fun. There's a save point here, so that's probably... high time to make sure that we check all of our equipment and our MP and all that to make sure we're okay. Let's see. I'll use a few of these Sacred Crystals because, or one of them, because it's not like I need it, you know. I'm kind of loath to use that magic dew, but I might use it because Aka's got... Well, no, I probably won't need 5 MP for the next fight, so... and Fina's got plenty of MP if she needs it, so... Alright, let's save it, and then we'll see what happens on Vice's and Gilder's side after we go down and hit that button. Okay, down here we go. Meanwhile, moving over to our other party. So probably they've got another little, section here that they can go through. Did I miss that little section there? Let's see. I don't know if I went over here. Huh. Where does this go? Oh, there is a little section out here. Okay, huh. Well, I guess if you needed to get out, there you go, but I don't need to get out, so... Alright then, I figured we found like a secret or something, but there you go. Taking a break from all this tedious bullshit for the job, it's literally putting you to sleep. Yeah, as you should. Definitely worthwhile to take a break, you know. You can always come back to it when you feel more refreshed, but it's worth it to take a break. Okay, so let's get out of this puzzle box room and then just head up here. Oh, and there's even a save point over here. Do I want to save now? I guess I could double check all my stuff. We're fine, okay. I'll save, sure, why not? I guess if you forgot to do it on Aka's and Fina's side, they wanted to make sure you could do it on either one, so... Alright, well anyway, let's go hit this up and see where we end up. It looks like we're coming into the same room from different directions, just judging by the way that they had the camera having Aka move left and Vice move right, so we'll see. This platform looks a little suspicious. Well, there's a big treasure chest over there, though. Let's hope this one isn't cursed like the other 4. Oh, boy. Well, let's hope Ducat had some treasure available in there. I know those voices. Wait a minute. Well, I guess we know who the other, people were that were here. Hey, guys, what's up? Long time no see. And now the party's back together. Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, it would have been nice to have some pocket change, I suppose, but, well, where there's treasure, there will be air pirates, and as it turns out, I'm one of them, so... or 2 of them, or 4 of them. It just depends on who's in the party at the moment. And now we know they genuinely care about each other. I mean, that was pretty obvious to begin with, but nothing doesn't hurt to have a little reaffirmation, you know? Gilder, you didn't tell me about them? You could have mentioned... I mean, I know I haven't really taken any, you know, notion of your womanizing to heart, but I would have thought you would have, like, at least boasted about it, so I could be like, hey, wait, I know those people, they're my friends. And then we wouldn't have had to go through this. But then again, we never would have gotten through the island if we didn't go through this trial. Speaking of the trial, it's not over yet! Oh, great. I did say this platform looks suspicious, didn't I? Now, Ducat has one more puzzle for us, but it's less of a puzzle for our minds. It's more of a puzzle for our physical bodies, because these things want us to die! Great. You were gonna take a nap, goddammit. Yeah, the game just wouldn't let you go. Sorry. Alright, so the crystals on their bodies should give you a hint in terms of their elements. Sinistra is red element and Destra is purple element. So that means that, well, Sinistra is weak to purple and Destra is weak to red. You want to take out one at a time, basically, because if you don't take out one at a time, they'll start using this big move that hits all of your whole party together. So, yeah, we're gonna work on that. Let's use our usual glyphs of might to start with and see how it goes, and yeah, then we'll go from there. We also have Gilder's super move at this point, so he can help out with the physical offense, while Aka and Fina do their thing. Probably spam Crystalliz on the red guy first. I'll probably take Sinistra out first, because we can just use Crystalli in our physical attacks, and then we can turn into red, and we can take out Destra. Oh boy, they're moving around. What is this, the Tomb of Wraithwall? A nice dodge.
This should work.
I think the Tomb of Wraithwall had it out for me a little harder than this one. Like, I mean, these guys could probably push me off the platform, sure, but the Tomb of Wraithwall wanted to squish me, so yeah. You still could, yeah, that's true. Maybe once the boss fight's over with, or during the boss fight. This one isn't too hard from what I remember, so we'll see. Engage. Engage, I think, means that on the next turn they're going to use their powerful move, so let's see what we can do about that, shall we? Let's see. Do I have enough to do... I have enough to do 2 Crystallies, actually. So, instead of that, let's do... let's use the Crystalliz box. And we'll have Fina work on some healing salves, specifically for herself, because she doesn't have a whole lot of MP, or HP. And then we'll try out Gilder's new move, Gunslinger.
Let's try this.
It still hasn't broken! Oh my god, how long is this box gonna last?
Let's try this.
Wraithwall was fun. Infuriating for you as a younger human, but fun. Yeah, I thought it was fun too. I like most of the dungeons in 12, honestly. Oh good, Death Waltz. That sounds great. Yeah, so this is their combination attack that they'll use if you don't take them out one at a time. I mean, you could just deal with it, but it hits everybody, so... for significant enough damage to where you'd want to take them out, so they don't keep using it. Yeah, that is in fact a name. It usually doesn't mean anything good unless I'm using it. Okay, pretty good. Almost 2,000. That'll work. Gilder, you're up. Let's see what you got.
Come on. Dance for me.
It's seriously one of the coolest super moves in the frickin' game. Oh my god. Gilder's such a badass. Oh my god, it did 2,000 damage. Yeah, I think it's actually as strong as Cutlass Fury. So, that's pretty damn good. So, yeah, use that for what you will. Let's take out Sinistra. Actually, I could probably take him out with a physical attack. There's no kill like overkill, whatever. And then we'll work on... Why don't we use a Sacrum Crystal with Aka? Fina can keep putting up healing salves, and then we'll be in good shape. Yeah, we'll put it on Aka. And then Gilder, why don't you get one and put it on Vice, because you've got the most HP. So, there you go. You cut your nails the other day, and now you can't open your thing of, and I quote, what it calls itself, liquid water enhancer. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks, but hopefully you figure out a way to open it. I always have one of those little things that, like, increases... It's like... It's not abrasive, but it has, like, a surface area on it that you can put on a cap and you can twist it, because I never have enough nails to open anything, so I feel your pain. I like the music, and that first Demon Wall is optional, so Wraithwall literally put a second one in there. Yeah. Yeah, but beating that first one, at least in the original game, was really nice, because then you could get that really powerful one-handed sword. What was it? Demon's Bane or something? I forget. But yeah, it was really strong, so well worth the effort if you could beat it. Took quite a bit of effort to beat it, but if you could, well, worked out pretty nicely. I don't even think I needed these healing salves, if I'm honest with you. So, oh well. You know what we could do now that he's by himself? No, I don't think actually we could, because we wouldn't have enough to do a, whatchamacallit. Well, actually, no, this might work in my favor anyway if we use a Skull Shield here, because then we can have everybody else focus instead of using Guard. And then we'll have enough focus on the next turn to do some other stuff. Do I want to use a healing salve on Gilder? Nah, I'll just focus. Alright, check this out.
Pirates of old, defend our cause.
Ducat, I'm gonna need your ancient spirit help against your own trap. Now, that won't protect us if he uses something like Crystalum or something, but if he uses a physical attack, it will protect us, as you'll see in a minute. Tundra Blast. Okay, that's a super move, so there is nothing that will protect us from that. But basically, when you use Skull Shield, if the enemy attacks you physically, it completely negates the physical attack, and it counterattacks them with Vice's attack power. It comes out of the pirate spirit that he had there, but still, it uses Vice's attack power, even if it's like somebody else. So, like, let's say Fina was the one that was being attacked, and she would still take 0 damage, and she would counterattack with Vice's attack power. So it's kind of nice. I like it. Pyrum and then Gunslinger. Let's see if we can one-round this. Probably not, but worth a shot. Yeah, get the Demon's Bane like 5 or 10 levels before you even get the chance to buy them. Yeah, and that's really nice. It definitely helps. Just like this. It's so cool! I'm sorry, this is one of my favorite super moves in the game, even if it kind of falls off in damage later. I'll still use it anyway, just for the hell of it. So. But yeah, Skull Shield is got a really good animation. Gunslinger's got a really good animation. I mean, Eika's got some really good animations, especially in her last super move, but it just doesn't do enough damage, honestly. Excuse me, so. Well, we almost got him. Pyrum just doesn't have enough attack power to get through his defense. That's okay, though. We can practically heal off half of this Tundra Blast with the healing salves that we have on now, so that's why I'm not even worried about healing. It's really not a big deal. We're fine. See, we get like half of that back. A little less than, but that's okay. This is why Clara's after him. He just isn't interested. Yeah, he's just like, hey, you know, I don't know about that one. She's even crazier than I am, and I'm pretty crazy. I enjoy reading up on Amy Rose after you DM'd me. Yeah, that was, something. Sorry, my vernacular is failing me. I don't have words to describe what it was, but it was something. Oh boy. Sure, Lambda Burst. Why the hell not? Let's get a Lambda Burst kill. Because it's red element, so it might do decent damage. Probably about as much as Pyrum just did, but maybe not even that much. Yeah, not even that much. That's about as much as Pyrez would have done, but there he goes. So do you now understand why Sonic is not interested in Amy? Yeah, it gives me some perspective on it, at least in the comic sense of it, but I don't know, I kind of figured he just wasn't interested because he didn't like in the games, the impression that you get is he's just not interested because he doesn't like being tied down because he's too fast for being tied down. Yeah, something like that. Alright, well, Fina's a little more behind now than she was, but Eika's pretty close up there, so that's good. And we're well on our way to Pyrolen. We also got an Ickle Seed and a Magus Seed. That's cool. Let's see, so Eika needs a little more to get Pyrolen, but Fina's almost there, and actually so is Vice. Of all people, I did not expect Vice to get Pyrolen first, but then again, this is his favorite element, apparently, red. So, or at least the one that he favors the most. So. Alright, and with that, let's go grab the treasure and then get the hell out of here. I hope. I think. Hang on, let me fill out the platform, because there's no encounters here, I don't think. There we go. Damn you, Final Fantasy IV DS, for forcing me to do that all the time. Oh, well. Alright, let's hope there isn't one last trap inside of here. What do you got, Ducat? Well, his face didn't light up. That means there's probably not enough gold in there to fill a coffer. What do you mean, what's this? Did he leave like a note or something saying congratulations? Because that sounds about right. Well, not far from the truth, actually. There is one coin in there. It's going to say something like, teamwork was the real treasure, isn't it? Yep. Uh-huh. Of course it did. Damn it, game. I keep telling you, I'm not saying these things because you're supposed to do it. I'm saying it just because that's the cliche. Yeah, it's an IOU. I'll pay you when I come back as an ancient spirit. I mean, that's distinctly possible. Skull Shield might just be Ducat, so maybe that is an IOU. Hello, Cephiko. How you doing? Welcome back. We just finished up to Kot's Island and got the party back together, and we found the treasure. It wasn't much, but there you go. This game really has scarred you for... That game really has scarred you for life. Yeah, the meme has been realized. Something like that, yeah. You could call it a sense of humor, I guess. Well, at least Gilder knows what's important in life. It's women for him, then gold, and then a good laugh. Actually, that's not bad to live by. So, and then there's the friends part. I mean, he did. There is a gold coin in here. Probably because they're old legends, and so everybody's picked them clean already. Fair point, actually, yeah. Well, he's rolling in his grave, but I don't think he's rolling in his grave for the reasons that normally you say that. He's rolling because he's laughing so hard. Wah, wah. Well, anyway, we did get a treasure out of that, Ducat's coin, and there's also the treasure that we got from Zivil and Bane's chest, the soul crystal, so there is money to be made here, even if we're saying, what, there's nothing in here. No, Ducat's coin is very valuable, actually. It's worth like 20,000 gold, so it's enough. Just being quieter than usual. Oh, that's okay, Cephiko, no problem. You be as loud or as quiet as you'd like. It's about to get very loud in here, though, because there's Ramirez's ship again, the Monoceros. You couldn't have just called it the Rhinoceros? No, he has to be fancy. Maybe he's hanging around with a ship of goodies like Cortez was, amigo. Yeah, it's possible. Just like, maybe we'll find that ship someday. Yeah, Vice, there we go. Knew he wouldn't keep smiling forever after saying that, yeah. We know him and Aka too well at this point. Excellent. You may fire when ready, General. Yeah, okay, so that's what I figured. They were going to find some way around the fact that the Nazar Armada is in the north, so they are now approaching from the east, I think. Great, and we tried to warn them, too. Yeah, we can take the capital without destroying it. Guess what Ramirez is going to do anyway. Great. Well, at least the soldier knows better than to question Ramirez, because I'm pretty sure we know what would happen if he did. I mean, he tried to blow lifeboats out of the sky, so... yeah, it wouldn't have ended well for that guy. He was like, damn it, I have a family to go home to. I am not dying because of insubordination. Okay, anyway, I guess we're just going to leave Aka's and Fina's new boat that they just spent 10,000 gold on just hanging around there. Or maybe we're towing it back with us. I don't know. But the main thing is we need to go back to Nazarad because otherwise they're going to die, and we probably need to do something about that. Not that we can do much about it anyway because, well, we still don't have access to the Claudia, and even if we did, I'm pretty sure Gilder's ship wouldn't stand a chance against Ramirez. I mean, the Little Jack didn't, and that shit was outfitted like crazy. Lightning strike? Oh boy. Ow. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do in this situation, but it ain't good. Oh, okay. That guy decided to spend his turn guarding. Alright. What do I want to use here? Let's see. Yeah, let's just work on this so we can work on getting you guys to crystal him. That seems like a good idea. Yeah, why don't you do that? I could probably should heal. I'll do that in a minute. Still guarding, huh? Well, he won't survive a rain of swords, so it doesn't really matter if you are or you aren't. Well, I'm glad Vice dodged that too, but it wouldn't have hit him anyway, so... This is another one with a really good animation. I mean, we could just make it a catch-all and say, yeah, all of the super move animations in this game are really good. And you probably wouldn't be wrong, so there you go. There are just certain ones that I prefer over others, I guess. Oh, we're back on the magic experience train, so that's good. Vice will get Panica pretty soon, Aka will get Crystalline, Fina will get Crystalline, Gilder will get whatever the hell he's got left. But I should probably heal while I'm thinking about it. That's probably a decent idea, like this. And yeah, see, like I said, you only need to use 1 MP, and there you go. The whole party's healed, and you don't even have to dip into your items at that point, so... I used to dip into my items a lot more when I played this game way back in the day because I didn't learn as much magic. I did, but I didn't really use it as much, and I didn't really think about the fact that Aka is basically a mana battery once she gets Epsilon Mirror. So, yeah, now I'm going to fix that by actually playing the game more efficiently. Oh, okay, yeah, we can't even go back. See what I meant, though, about how you can't go back onto the deserted island that Vice washed up on? Yeah, so make sure you grab those 2 treasures before you go, or else they'll always be negative against your treasure rating. Is there something over here? Like a discovery? This looks like a suspicious island that could have a discovery on it. Alright, let's see here. Don't quite have enough for an Epsilon Mirror at the moment, but this battle looks like a good one with which to do that, so let's just attack and hope that we don't kill both of them. But then I can mirror the Epsilon. We are going to kill both of them. Okay, well, I tried. Pretty soon we'll have enough spirit to where I can just Epsilon Mirror immediately in a battle, but we don't quite have that yet. Probably around level 30. So maybe I bought it a little too early, but that's okay. It'll work out. Or maybe Fina will get it when she levels up to 25. That's possible. Oh, another Moonberry. Nice. Oh, yeah, and we actually, the whole party's items are back together now. So actually, now that we've got that, let's see if we can do some charming with Fina so we can actually give her... Well, we'll give her the Ickle Seeds first, because those are really good for her. And then figure out who we're going to give the other stuff to. But, yeah, we'll use a charm in a minute as well. Sylph Seed, I'm going to think about that one. Mage's Seed. Max MP by 1. That's tricky because both Aka and Fina could benefit pretty highly from that. I think I'll give it to Aka, though, because she has a little less, so there you go. Oh, we have 2 Moonberries, so actually now I can buy... Do I want Gilder's next super move, or do I want Fina's next super move? Actually, I think I want Gilder's, because Fina's next super move and Gilder's next super move kind of do similar things. It's a difference of proactive versus reactive, basically. Fina's is a reactive move. If you get a bunch of status ailments on your entire party, you could use this move, Lunar Cleansing, to get those status ailments off of you. Whereas Gilder's next super move is proactive. You use it, and it creates a barrier that blocks all status effects for the entire turn, and it's also a little more SP efficient. So, I think I'd rather be proactive. Sorry, Fina, I know that you're lacking a little bit in the super move department, but most of yours are like healing ones anyway, so it's fine. Let's get Gilder's next super move. Aura of Denial. So yeah, like Drachma, Gilder's super moves have some very specific utility, and I think that's nice, because then each of the party members that take up that 4th slot all have their own specialty that you can use in different situations depending on what you need. Now, obviously, at the moment, we can't pick between them. We're getting whatever the story gives us, but it still means that they've got a decent number of... a decent amount of utility, so it's nice. I like it. It makes them differentiated, which is always good. What was I going to do? Charming. Let's do some charming. So let's give Cupil this. Now, here's how we want to do this. I have this in my notes. So first we give him a charm, and that will reduce him back down to base form Cupil. And that should give us all of our chams back. So we got 15 chams and 2 Aberic chams. Now, Cupil's feeding pattern. I actually have that listed under that heading in my notes. So we want to give him 2 chams to start with. That'll turn him into Cupil Blade. Yep, there we go. Now we want to feed him one of the Aberic chams, and that will turn him into Cupil Cannon, which actually gives a little extra dodge, but he won't be the cannon for very long, so not worried about that part. Then we want to feed him 6 more chams, which will turn him into Cupil Club. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's Cupil Club, gets rid of the dodge, so don't worry about, like I said, don't worry about it too much. Then we want to give him 4 additional chams. That'll turn him into Cupil Lance. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's Cupil Lance. And now we want to give him the second Aberic cham that we have. And after this, we can just feed him regular chams, and he'll turn into what I want him to turn into by the end game. So, but if we feed him an Aberic cham now, he'll turn into Well, we didn't get to see it there, but we can see it if we do this. Cupel pan! Yes, he is now a frying pan, so that's just great. But yeah, so that's the pattern that I want to feed him in. We won't see another evolution now until we feed him a total of 24 Cham, I think. But it's worth it to do this because it gives Fina stats other than just attack and hit percentage with the final version of Cupel that I want, so. He's a fucking Tamagotchi, but more complicated. Yeah, just a little bit. Don't doubt the pan. Oh no, the pan is great. It's pretty powerful. Look, it's 145 attack power. That's more than most weapons that Aka has at this point, so I'll take it. Alright, well that's that. We probably won't need any more Chams for the rest of the game, though, because now I have him where I want him to be, and so we just need to have him eat Chams, regular Chams, for the remainder of the game. So there you go. Yeah, holy shit, a frying pan, the most powerful weapon in the universe, yeah. Something like that. Let's give Fina the Self Seed, because Aka's pretty quick as it is, but Fina having quick is actually kind of nice, because then she can dodge regular physical attacks, which is good, because she doesn't have the HP to survive them, along with other stuff. So, we'll fix that later, too. Don't worry about it. Nope, nothing here. Alright. No, it's unfortunate, but... Okay, that's just a Nazarian merchant ship. So is this, actually. Do they say anything new? No. No, they do not. Not until we get there, anyway. Let's hope we're not too late. Spoiler alert, for 2 seconds from now, we're too late. But this battle's going to prevent me from showing you that for another minute, so... Alright, well, this should be pretty easy. As a matter of fact, what I might do is give myself an excuse to use Gunslinger. There you go. It cooks up pain. Yeah, there you go. Bonk! I love the frying pan. It's so great. I did not use the frying pan on my original playthrough because I didn't look up the different variations of Cupel, so I just fed him Chams and Abric Chams as I got him. And he still turned out fine, it's just he's not going to be as useful. He wasn't as useful in the original playthrough that I did way back in 2006 as he will be now, so yeah. Alright, so next battle, Vice will get Panica, I think, and then Gilder's still working on Panica. He'll get it before Fina gets Crystalline, but that's okay. Alright, well, let's get in here and see what kind of damage they've already done. Probably should have saved first, but that's okay. No damage is what they've done. Okay, well, that's surprising, but also good, I guess. How much you want to bet? We're going to walk into the city, and then all of a sudden, bam, boom, everything's going to blow up. Let's see here. I could probably use a rest at the inn as well, but I think we might get a free rest pretty soon. We'll see. I probably should have fought a few more battles with Aka and Fina's side on, like, when they were in the Ducats Island, because then they'd be a little closer to Vice's level. Oh well. What can you do, right? I was gonna say, the game's loading over on the Wii there. That means a cutscene's coming up. Well, at least it looks like the place is relatively intact for now. Yeah, that would have been nice, but, well, we'll still get gold. Don't worry about that part. True. Very true. I mean, technically speaking, we're air pirates. Couldn't we just, like, steal a ship? Ideally from Valua? Oh, speak of the devil, there they are. I want that ship! We should duck and cover! Oh boy. He wasn't kidding when he said you may fire when ready, General. Oh my god! We gotta get the Nasultan out of there! Yeah, that's not good. And it looks like they're doing a pretty good job of it. Yeah, we should probably get the hell out of here as best we can. I mean, I know that there's people here that probably need help, but we got to get ourselves out of here too. Ideally, though, I'll evacuate, but... yeah, if we stand here, we're dead, so... oh, that's not good. And that's even worse. I guess they must have seen Final Fantasy VII where Sephiroth walked through the fire and they were like, okay, let's have him do that, but in reverse. Oh my god. Well, this is not good. Who is this guy to you, Fina? You've mentioned it a couple of times. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, who do you think led the attack, Vice? I don't think I like that idea, but I think I like living a little better. What do you mean? Well, she's actually correct. You can fight Ramirez if you want right now, but yeah, it says, even though you know it's futile. If you fight him right now, he'll just murder your entire party. It's a supposed to lose fight. So if you want the swashbuckler rating, just surrender. Fina told you it's a good idea, so take her advice. I mean, really, if it means we live, it's fine, because we've escaped from the Grand Fortress before, so who's to say we can't just do it again, you know? Oh boy. Well, they might have stepped up security a little bit since last time, judging by the shoulder pauldrons these guys have now. Oh boy, that's not good. And they took my crystals! Oh my god. That sucks. Let's hope they didn't store them in the Royal Palace again. Marie says long-lost brother, so that's for, like, who Ramirez is? Possibly! I mean... we'll find out later, I'll just say that much, but yeah, I mean, she knows him from somewhere, and he's not really being forthcoming with her, so there's got to be some history there. Great. I'm pretty sure neither of those things are true, because if you rule them by force, they're just going to get pissed off at you. We probably should have buried those, shouldn't we? Damn it! Do exactly what you wanted to do back, what, 12 hours ago? Yeah, sure you will. Because it worked out so well for you last time. Yeah, in case it wasn't clear, this is the Prince. We saw him once before, but he hasn't shown up at all since then, so... yeah, there you go. The value in Prince, that is. Well, she gave the order and Ramirez carried it out, so, yeah. Also true. I did just voice that opinion. Apparently she's having none of it. I don't know where you got this whole Manifest Destiny bullshit, but it needs to fuck off. I don't know, maybe by working together peacefully? I can't even say it to her. She just would not listen to me. She wouldn't listen to her damn son. She's never gonna hear me. Oh boy. Manifest Destiny, didn't that not quite work out in history? Yeah, let's hope that this is a 2-for-2 situation. where it doesn't work out for the Valuans either. Well, don't hate the whole city-state, Vice. It's... first of all, that's not their fault. That's the Yellow Crystal's fault. Second of all, don't hate the whole city, because there are some good people here. Oh, good. We just got the party back together, and they just split us up again, didn't they? Because now it's just Vice and Gilder again. Meanwhile... yeah, they split us up again. And you thought the splitting up was over with. Nope, another dungeon. Oh, except they split Eika and Fina up. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Theodora did say she wanted Fina to come to the throne room specifically, so... oh, God. I was gonna say, I know that guy. Yeah, he's one of the admirals. I think he was the 3rd admiral, if I remember right. Vigoro. And he's about to do something awful. Like, to have sex with an underage woman in jail. Aka, fight him. Beat him within an inch of his life. How did you get so close? Did you teleport just now? What the fuck, man? Tell me where my friends are, or I will shove this boomerang so far up your... Okay, here he comes. Aka, fight! Aka, fight now! That would be his musk. Oh my god. I would prefer if you never said anything like that again. Beat him up, Aka! We're gonna, like, get to the cell, and she's gonna have, like, beaten him within an inch of his life or something. Like, we're gonna break out and be like, we gotta go get them, and we'll get there, and... Well, then she'll just be like, well, I just almost murdered a Valuan admiral. We should probably get out of here before they hang me for treachery. So... You're so glad you're not the only person who heard the DBZ teleport sound. Yeah, while he was off screen, he just... Like, instant transmission 5 feet forward. Yeah, and that's after we also got separated from them and almost lost our lives. Fantastic. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really help to think about it, does it? Oh, hey, it's, what was his name, Wally? I forget what the bird's name was, but it's Gilder's bird. What are you doing here? Oh, Willie, that's it. Did you come from the steamboat, sir? No, sorry, different Willie. Well, yeah, I mean, that would be a long flight for you. He came here all the way from Northwest Nazarad, so... Ah, so the Claudia is going to make its move. Okay, we'll begin bombarding the fortress at midnight, and we'll await your arrival just outside. The Claudia. You got some good friends, Gilder. Not too many people would want to go into Valua. I mean, hell, we're one of them, and we got captured again, so what does that say about us? But don't even joke about that. You watched an anime where the protagonist literally used his teleport magic to teleport a few feet forward and continue trying to convince a genuine love interest to dance with him. Oh, boy. That sounds like something. Oh, you've had to do this before. Okay. Excuse me. It's funny because they said that about... He's saying that about one ship, but 20 years ago, the Nazarian military tried to destroy the Grand Fortress, and they couldn't even make a dent. But I guess there might be a difference if they, like... I don't know, hit it while it's open or something. Yeah, that's a problem. Got any lockpicks? Sure do. Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, just do it quietly so that the soldiers don't hear us. Oh, okay, what's it saying? To my darling oh no, Gilder, I will fight for your freedom as well. For you, my love. He's gonna break the lockpick. Your soulmate, Clara, and there are lipstick marks at the bottom. I guess we're getting a little bit more assistance with our great escape. Fantastic. Vice, maybe it'd be better if we just stayed in here. Oh, boy. Yeah, we'll be drawn and quartered before all the people in Lower City, if we don't leave. Stay fuzzy, saved a world. Choices. Well, he got it open, so... I mean, you can always continue running, Gilder. If you lose your life, you can't run anywhere, but... Oh, boy. Bye, Willie. Alright, next stop, wherever the end of this place is. Yeah, we gotta go grab Aka and Fina, though, while we're at it, so... It was sweet, but dude, you can teleport across dimensions just about. You're really gonna use that same magic to teleport a few feet? Sounds like he was either horny or thirsty. That's just great. But yeah, so Vice and Gilder got a full heal. I think Aka also got a full heal, and Fina as well. But now we gotta break back out of here with this music that I don't think we've heard this since the original attack on Alfonso's ship. So I really like this track though. It's very good for like escape sequence from the Empire music, you know. Uh-oh. Well, we should probably make our way up there then so we can, you know, find her and get her out of whatever disgusting situation she's in. Oh boy. Hey, big guys. You wouldn't happen to know how to get to Aka's cell, would you? What, no interest? Fine, I'll just beat the key out of your pocket. Yellow element? Yeah, yellow element. So, I could use silver, but yeah, I don't know about silver. Do you guys even need anything silver? I mean, I guess I could get a tourney. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Whatever, I'll work on it. It's 10% extra damage, but I'll work on it, because why not? Just double up on him, guys. I'll get rid of him eventually. Oh, Electrum. Well, that's just great. This might hurt a little. Okay, well, not that much. This is what I mean, though, when I say, yeah, it's not really worth it for us to... Nice shot, Gilder. You just shot that right over Vice's shoulder. Yeah, it's not really worth it for us to invest in, like, yellow or blue element in a lot of cases because, like, look at the damage, you know? It's just not good. So... Genuine love interest. Feelings are mutual, bro. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah. So you don't gotta worry about it being, like, horny or thirsty. It's just romantic. I don't know. I don't think I'd do that, but then again, what do I know about being romantic, right? I'm 31 and single. I don't know anything about being romantic. Oh, boy. No, I'll be honest, it just hasn't really been a priority for me in my life. I don't really... Like, I'm not self-sufficient, you know? And I know that's a trap. Like, people will tell you, no, that's a trap. You need to not think about being self-sufficient before you start dating or do that stuff. But it's like, listen, I am still living in my parents' house, and I don't have a solid form of recurring income. I need to get both of those things taken care of first, and then I'll worry about the dating part. So, there you go, Syroxis. We can be single together. That's fine. I'll take that. Hello, Syroxis. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're breaking out of prison. Again. So, that'll be fun. I should probably use a save point before we go upstairs, though. Because... Oh, okay, and there's encounters now. That's fine. Still living in your parents' house is super nice, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I thanked them enough for it, and I probably should. It's very nice to have that access to that, because I know not a lot of people necessarily have access to that kind of luxury. So, I'll thank them for it after the stream is over again. How did you miss? It was point blank! Poison gas, great. Ow. Okay, well the poison's not great, but that'll wear off after battle. Breaking out of prison sounds rad. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It'll work out perfectly. I'm in a gunslinger, just in case I miss again. Be honest, you've dated all of 3 people in your life, one of which you're dating right now. You don't date often. No, that's okay. Wait, Willie, why are you here again? That's a different animation, and apparently he's come to visit. That's fine. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not something that I've really prioritized. I mean, it's fine, you know, date as many people or as few people as you want to. I've personally been told that when you date, you should date around quite a bit, because the more people you date, the more experience you get with the process of dating. But, I mean, if you find the person that you're looking for early on in the dating process, then, you know, you don't really need to continue dating around. If it's somebody where it's like, no, you know, I actually really like this person, then don't, like, try to force yourself to not like them just to continue dating. Like, experience is one thing, but finding the person that's right for you is a whole nother thing. So, prisoner block 200, second floor, fortress cannon room, battery 28, don't get on the elevator. Hold on, what's the other one say? Oh, okay, it's on the left side. Excuse me. Ranged attacks and melee are made at a disadvantage. That's how he missed. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, good. Officers mixed in with the shock troops. Fantastic. Let's get rid of the ones on the side first, and then we can line AoE the officer. Yeah, range attacks in melee range definitely will miss. You're at a disadvantage. Melee attacks in range, though, you get a little bit more bang for your buck there. Alright. Let's blast off here. No, don't run towards me, then you won't be in the line. No, he'll still be in the line, it's fine. I think it's got a little bit of a wider AoE than Alpha Storm, so... yeah. Nice. Hell, it might even be a cone, but I don't think there are other AoEs in this game that are considered cones, so I'm more inclined to say no, it's probably just a line AoE. So... yeah, no, that's just 200 IQ. Yeah, he was trying to strategize around me, but Gilder was too powerful. He had too much of a line. He had too much of a read on him. That smells like bullshit. You end up like you were growing up, where people were almost pressuring you into dating. Yeah, and that's not cool. I don't want to be pressured into anything, you know, like that. Especially something like that. Like, that's not okay. Oh, okay, so it's just that it leads to the same place. Alright. Well, let's get in, Gilder, and see where it takes us. I think you have to go up to get Aka and then go down to the battery so that you can get out of here, if I remember right. Because we saw that Aka was on the floor above us, so, yeah. Let me fill this out real quick. Once again, damn you, Final Fantasy IV DS, for making me do this. Alright. Let's not beat around the bush, though, because Aka's probably trying to fight off Vigoro as we speak, so... let's see what we can do to help her. Let's leave it at this. Date if you want to date. Do not date because you're at that age or anything like that, because it's bullshit. Yeah, I have to keep telling my grandma about that, where it's like, I don't really want to do that yet. And she's like, well, why? You're 31. You should already have a family. And I'm like, Grandma, this is not 1955. Please. So... I think it would have been good if the AoE super moves showed where the AoE was going to be. Yes, that would actually be really good, because it would be a lot easier to line stuff up that way, you know, Conquer. So, I would agree with that one. So, I agree with both of you, just like everybody else there. Oh my god, do you want us to come back later? Vigoro, that is a bad touch. I am going to take you to court-martial for sexual harassment. Too close, bad touch. Kick him in the nuts, Aka. Quick, while he's turned around. Do it, now! That's how everyone agrees with you. Can we all just agree that Vigoro is a piece of shit as well? Because I'm kind of on board with that. I feel kind of... this is going to sound weird after I just said that, but I feel kind of weird saying that Vigoro's a piece of shit. That's the way they wrote him. But the reason why I feel weird about it is because he's actually voiced by... drum roll, please... Charles Martinet. Yeah, Mario voices this guy. That guy voices this guy. So, it just feels weird to see him as this character when he's Mario. Anyway, fun little trivia out of the way. We should probably blast him out the window now. Gilder, let's not take advice from him. He's a creep. Yeah, her. Where did you take her? Oh, great. Well, I'm glad that Aka's still on board with that whole part. Do you also love it when they shove boomerangs up your ass? Because that's what's about to happen. Also feels weird for this to be the music here. This is the Value in Armada boss theme, like whenever you're fighting one of the admirals, but it just feels weird for a dude in a tank top, you know? Like... it's too over the top, I guess. It's good, but it's over the top for this situation. I guess I could turn it up a little. So, yeah, like I said, good music, just a little over the top for the current situation. It fits a lot better when you're fighting the other admirals because, well, you know, then it's not like just a jail cell with a dude in tank top. So, it is weird casting for Charles Martinet to be voicing this guy. I don't know, maybe he just had nothing better to do at the time. Yeah, his hair, though, it's interesting, that's for sure. How much hair gel does he use every morning? Dude's trying too hard to be an alpha male, yeah. And I find that when you try like that, it just doesn't work, so he shouldn't. He's red element, so we can work him over like that. That's good. Yeah, we're gonna bop him. We're gonna bonk him with the hammer. We don't have the frying pan to bonk him with, but we will bop him, don't you worry. Alright, anyway, we'll start this off the way we usually do, with Glyphs of Might. I forget, but I'm pretty sure he exclusively targets Aka in this battle, if I remember right, because he likes beating women. So that's fucking fantastic. All the more reason to murder him and throw him out the window. Yeah, it didn't show the boomerang on my screen. That's unfortunate. I can see it on my chat, though. I just can't see it on the chat on my screen. So. No, stop that. That is not okay. I was going to say, it can inflict panic, but it did, so there you go. I still don't know what the difference is between Panic and Confuse in this game. There might not be a difference. It might be the same status. It's just I'm pretty sure there's a version that's like green and then a version that's blue. But, whatever. Alright, so Aka needs a Curia Crystal, so let's do that. So the way that this is probably going to work is I'm probably going to basically have Gilder use Aura of Denial every turn so that he can't get Panic on Aka. We'll probably have Aka guard, and then we'll just have Vice beat his ass, so... That's the thought, anyway. Because, unfortunately, Delta Shield will not protect us from Vigoro's Charm, so... Yeah, it's the boomerang on the inside that matters, especially if it's the boomerang we're about to shove up his ass, yeah. That one. Vigoro's in some serious denial. He's not the brightest bulb. He's got something going on. He reminds me kind of like some of the later bosses in Super Punch-Out, honestly. Like they have that sort of a stance to them where like they don't even look like they're gonna, you know, try to murder you or anything. They're just like, nah, you're not worth my time. I'll just keep doing this. It's fine. Actually, I probably shouldn't have skipped that. This is a boss fight. I said I wouldn't skip those in a boss fight. But yeah, this is why we want to use it, because as you'll see in a second, first of all, it guarded. But that was just Aka guarding. Second of all, wait for it. Yeah, there you go. So there's Aura of Denial kicking in. It prevents the confusion, so... I think it'll be very appropriate if Aka finishes him off with her boomerang. Yeah, I think we'll try to do that, just because it makes perfect sense to me. So... For now, we'll just work him over with Cutlass Fury until I run out of SP, and then we'll go from there. So, we'll have Aka guard until then. Because I am using quite a bit of SP in the process, but we'll figure it out later. It's unfortunate that we couldn't go feed the moonfish to Maria's pet yet, because if we could, there's actually some really solid accessories that you can get from that, including one that actually increases your SP regeneration in battle, so I'll be wanting to equip that once we go back there. Alright, let's see. So we still have enough for a Cutlass Fury and an Aura of Denial, so that's good. We will not have enough for both next turn, but we'll figure it out. Your petty little tricks won't work on us. I just hate confusion in video games. That's why I keep using this. It's really not a bad status effect, especially if he just keeps hitting Aka with it, but I just don't like it, so I'll just avoid it, even if it means my offense is a little lower. Okay, he's guarding this turn, so that's a little unfortunate. I'll give him this. He's got quite a bit of HP, all things considered. Let's see, HP-wise, I mean, I guess Vice is a little low, but I can probably figure that out later. Let's just attack this turn, guard, and Aura. Your petty little tricks won't work on us. We'll probably play defense for most of the fight because I want Aka to get the final blow on him, so... Normally I would just blast him with everybody, but yeah, in this case, I think it's better to just, you know, keep wailing on him like this. Okay, so Cutlass Fury, we will guard, and we will Aura of Denial, and I think he'll be close to dead, but not quite dead, so... You'll also notice that the music hasn't actually changed, because the Value in Armada's admirals are actually so dangerous that the music doesn't change to coordinate towards your victory. So... I don't know, I kind of like that, though, even though the game's music changing is one of its better features. It makes the battle feel more dangerous, you know what I mean, when you have that happen. So... Haha! Alright, how do I want to do this? Because I want to try to KO him if I can. I guess I could, like, Skull Shield and Aura of Denial and use the Crystallis box. Shove a very sharp icicle up his ass, Aka. Let's see if it breaks here. That would just be poetic for me, though, because we've had that thing for like 30 uses, and it would just be like destiny if it broke in this battle, but it might not, so we'll see. Let's just hope he doesn't attack before Aka gets a turn, because then the counter will probably kill him. Whoops. That's okay. Okay, she got a turn. Nope, still going. Yeah, Immortal Crystallis box, do it. Goodbye. Well, you didn't bring your armor with you, so that's how it could be. Goodbye, Vigoro. Go to Horny Jail. Like, lock him in here and throw away the key. They could probably get him out of here pretty easily, but... I mean, he gave us some good experience in gold, though, so that's nice, I guess. And we got Panica, and Aka's pretty close to getting the, that there Crystallum. We also got the Cannon Room key, so now we can actually go downstairs and unlock the door, so that's good. Yeah, just a little bit. He really didn't have a whole lot going for him. His physical attack only did like 500 damage, so... Excuse me. Yeah, okay, sure. Ah, that's it, Aka. Kick him where he can't kick back. Wah, wah. You just like anything that women do, don't you? Let's not look at what he has on his belt buckle there. Because I'm pretty sure we'll be scarred if we do. Because his belt buckle looks like a codpiece. Anyway, that takes care of that. His body is such a large hitbox. Good lord. Let me see. Get me out of here. I don't want to be in here with Vigoro anymore. I don't even care about the map. Get me the fuck out of here. Vigoro is a product of a different time. They couldn't get away with putting him in video games nowadays because... I don't know. Well, they could. It's just that people would be more up in arms about it, like I am now about him in this older game. Anyway, let's get the hell out of here. You don't think a bonk is going to be enough to stop Viagra over there? Yeah, something like that. Good lord. We got him, so that's good. Throw him deeper into the prison, then throw away the key. I mean, we could just, you know, do without all the formality and just throw him into deep sky. No, he has a story purpose later, so we can't do that. Oh. Yeah, probably a good idea. Let's use the other elevator and get the hell out of here. Do I go save? I guess we go save, because I don't want to do that boss fight again. So now we've seen the two kinds of womanizers in video games. The kind that are Gilder, and the kind that are everyone else. Oh, that's who was in the elevator. Okay. Actually, correct that. Were being held. That's gonna be a tall order. I mean, the whole place is dirty. If you're worried about that, then it's a little late now. Oh my god. You could have just said, no, it's fine, I'll go. I'm not that legendary yet. I mean, the game's called Skies of Arcadia Legends, Enrique, but the legend doesn't end until the end of the game. Oh boy. Trying. Having a hard time right now. What's the emergency? Oh, yeah, I could see how that would be a bit of an emergency. You just can't hold us down now, can you? Well, we did it once before. Might as well do it again. I think Enrique has a plan. I don't know what it is yet, but, well, hopefully it's not something that's going to end with us getting stuck back in prison. And yeah, they weren't on this floor. They were actually on Aka's floor there, so we can save with relative impunity. I know I've only got 4 MP, but I'll fix that in the next time. Like, the next time we get into a fight and I have a chance to use Epsilon Mirror, so... I could have used that in the fight against Figaro too, but 10 SP a turn is a little on the pricey side right now. Or, excuse me, it was very expensive, so... Especially with only 3 people in my party, so we gotta kind of, you know, make do with what we've got. It would have blocked the status ailments too, though, so... Like, if we hit... Oh, it's further up than the... Okay, that's fine. It's like the 3rd floor then, I guess. But yeah, it would have blocked the status effect from Vigaro's Charm. It would have blocked the attack if we had used Epsilon Mirror. It blocks everything. It makes Aka completely invincible for the turn. So, another reason why it's a solid move to use, but not always one that you have the chance to use, you know. Did I Cutlass Fury and then just go nuts on the Shock Troopers? I'm going to keep using the Crystallis box until we get to the point where it breaks. Yeah, I might as well keep working on Crystalline, I think. Syroxis, thank you for following. I appreciate that. But yeah, I might as well keep working on Crystalline until we get it, because it's a pretty solid move for Aka to have. And it's not like not working on it is because Fina's not here is a thing either, because, like, we could always get Crystalline afterwards, which is the most powerful of the crystal moves, so, of the ice magic. And Crystalline coming from Fina's High will hit like a train, so, yeah. Thanks for entertaining you with my cozy stream. Oh, thank you. That's nice of you to say. I appreciate that. I like to know that this is all nice and cozy. I don't try too hard to make this anything super serious, so I'm glad to hear it's working out. You're welcome. Because to be honest, I'm not really here to make it be like anything super in-depth. I do talk game mechanics and how the game feels to play, especially when the game's credits are rolling and I have my little review monologue that I have. But I try not to get like super in-depth about it to where it might put somebody off, because it's like, well, I didn't want to watch an in-depth analysis, I just wanted to watch somebody stream. So, you know, I just try to make it nice and not too... There's no real huge expectations on anybody that way, you know, and it's easy because I don't have to try hard to do that. Just play the game. So, is that one shock... Oh, okay, they just spawn on the other side of the room. Alright, that's fine. Alright, keep Crystallis boxing into actually... No, I can't Gunslinger this turn, so I'll just do this. It's fine. Probably won't kill that guy this turn, but that's okay.
Let's try this.
Not gonna lie, it's super nice to finally watch someone talk game mechanics in Skies of Arcadia. Too many people play this without knowing stuff properly. It's kind of, honestly, to me, it's kind of surprising how much is coming back to me about it, because I haven't played this game before I streamed this in like 15 years. So, I guess it just kind of shows how intuitive the game feels if you've played a few other RPGs in the past. I don't know. But yeah, it comes pretty easily to me. It's kind of nice, though, because a lot of the games that were coming out in the PlayStation and Dreamcast era of RPGs were trying to do a lot with their mechanics to differentiate themselves. And Skies of Arcadia just kind of throws that out the window and says, nah, whatever, I mean, the color of your weapon determines the magic you get, and that's about it. So, I don't know, it's kind of refreshing, I think, because it just makes it a little more simple. And yeah, we couldn't get in here if we didn't use get the key, so... Yeah, there's a lot to keep track of in a lot of other RPGs. You play something like Final Fantasy VIII or Final Fantasy IX, you practically need a spreadsheet to make sure that you get everything right. I would know. I've just played Final Fantasy IX recently, and I needed to use an Excel document just to make sure that I got all the abilities that I wanted. It was the first time I was playing it, so I didn't really have to go that in depth. The gist of it was basically just get all the status ailment protecting abilities and you're good. But yeah, I used a spreadsheet for it because it was just easier to keep track of everything. So, let's see. There we go. Okay, well, I hope they're not going to use this thing. I guess it's pretty easy to get out of the way, but, you know. Final Fantasy IX Shane. Oh, actually, I should clarify. I didn't stream it when I played it. I had never played it before, and I said, no, this is a PlayStation 1 RPG, so I should probably play it on my own time to make sure that I know what I'm doing when I play it for the stream. So you didn't miss the stream. We will play it. It just might take a little while because I have like 13 other Final Fantasies to play, including it. So I've played Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 14 for the stream up to Stormblood. So I've got quite a ways to go with that one. But we'll get there. It's funny, because I've been doing this for quite a while now. It's been like, with all of the breaks that I've taken, it's probably been like 3.5 years, 4 years that I've been streaming, like, fairly consistently, and I haven't even scratched the surface of all the stuff I want to play. It's crazy how many games I played as a kid, but we'll get there. Yeah, as long as they don't fire while we're in the barrel. Fair question, where'd he go? Gilder? Oh, there you are. What, were you looking for Willie? Trying to make sure he got back out again? Or looking for the Claudia? Oh, okay. So Enrique has a plan, and Gilder just disappeared to take care of something. Is there a moonfish over here? I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but my notes actually don't say... I didn't do my notes after Ducat's Island, so I don't actually have a list of where the next Moonfish and Cham are. I hope they're not in here, because otherwise I might miss them, but I don't think they're in places where it's missable, so... yeah, we'll see. Oh heck, that's a long time. Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. It's just something that I kind of enjoy doing, honestly. I'm not really, like... I enjoy it, but not because it's like, oh, well, I want to get famous and have lots of people watching. It's just kind of like, no, I like these games and I could play them myself, but I've done that already, so let's do it a little bit different. Let's play it with other people watching, because sometimes people like that, so, yeah, I don't know. Mage Warden. Okay, well, we're going to get rid of you right away, because I don't want anything to do with you. Yeah, just do that, and then do that. There we go. Don't think there's a missable moonfish? You hope so, at least. Yeah, because otherwise a lot of us might have missed it. If it's in here, I definitely missed it as a kid, so... Granted, some of the games you've played have been long games or playthroughs. That's true, Conker. That's very true. I mean, Final Fantasy XIV is a good example. We played that for... How many streams have I done of that now? It was like 50 streams for A Realm Reborn, because that was before the rework where there were less quests. Then there was like 35 streams for Heaven's Ward and like 40 streams for Stormblood, so that's what, like 85, like 100 and, I'm gonna say like 130 episodes, something like that. That man had a family, Gilder, he didn't need that. But yeah, like 130 streams or something for all that we've done in 14, and I'm not even done yet. I still have to do Shadowbringers, and then I'm calling it a day because I actually don't like the game anymore. So, yeah. People like watching games, can confirm. Yeah, that's a good point. They do enjoy it. And I think it's nice sometimes because I don't always play like popular stuff. Sometimes I play offbeat stuff like this. And I think it's nice for people to just see it represented somewhere because they enjoyed it as a kid, and it's like not a lot of people necessarily play it, especially people that, you know, have more popular channels. They often scoff at these sorts of games because, well, they just don't bring in the views, and if they're running their channel like a business, they gotta do something that brings in the views, you know? So, I mean, I get it, I guess, but, like, I also think that they should be doing what they want to do first rather than worrying about... I mean, I guess if they run their channel like a business, it's different. I've never ran my channel like a business, so I can't really get in their headspace, but, you know. Oh, you guys focus. Okay, well, it's a good thing I'm trying to get rid of you this turn, then.
Let's try this.
It's still there! How many uses? I'm gonna say that's like 35 uses that we've gotten out of that so far, but it's still there. This is the longest string of an item in this game that I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. I don't understand. Alright, Rain of Swords, a go-go. I should probably get prior damage off on this guy if I can, if he doesn't dodge it. Oh, counter stance. Well, counter the Rain of Swords then. That's not gonna work for you. You love how you get 2 to 3k chromatins every stream. I mean, you're here from, like, the beginning of a lot of them, so that's probably part of it. Definitely helps, you know. It seems like a lot, too, but, like, still, I mean, I'm not really shocked, I guess. Yeah, stonks, indeed. They play fucking Power Washer Simulator. No offense, but I prefer the smaller streamers. Speedrunners would like to know your location, yeah. There you go. Yeah, speedrunners do play a lot of the offbeat types of games because there's always a community to speedrun a game unless it's something that's, like, really not conducive to speedrunning. There are a few games like that, but oftentimes you can find games that, like ways through games, even if they're not necessarily made for speedrunning. But pretty much if you get to a game that's, like, from the PlayStation era on, it's not that they were built to be conducive to speedrunning, it's that the developers started realizing, yeah, people actually like playing these games in different ways other than just leveling up ad nauseum until they're the appropriate level. It's one of the reasons why Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy IX had situations that allowed you to be at a low level and beat the game. Hell, you could beat Final Fantasy IX at level 1. So, yeah, they started to get a little cognizant of that around this time period. So pretty much from here on, if you... Oh, just a Mage Warden, okay. Yeah, pretty much from here on, in terms of time period, if you wanted to speedrun a game, you probably could. They gave you some systems that allowed you to do that, so... And it's cool. I've never speedran a game myself, but I do enjoy watching them from time to time. It's just interesting seeing them make a route through a game that's so efficient, you know what I mean? It's still there. 36. I can't believe this box. We've had this box, I should tell you, Syroxis, so that you have an idea of this box. The legend of the Crystallis box here. We've had this box since the first time I got to Maramba, I think. Now, we had a second one to accompany it, but it broke a while ago. And, yeah, this one it's just been there for the rest of the entire game, so... The Legend of Box, yeah, there you go. Don't you get EXP when you kill bosses in 9? You kind of haven't played it, so you don't know. You know, I just played it, so you'd think I'd remember this, but I don't remember it. But there is a way to inflict the virus status on yourself in 9, which prevents you from gaining experience from battles. I just forget how early in the game you can do that, so... but yeah, so that's how you would... You could still fight battles and get AP and do all of that stuff in 9, it's just that you would have to... Excuse me, you'd have to inflict that status on yourself to prevent yourself from, you know, doing that. Oh, okay, well, time to find a different key then. So I guess we gotta go up the elevator. Used to speedrun Yoshi's Island in 2013, and it was quite fun. That's cool. I've actually never played Yoshi's Island, personally. I've played the original Super Mario World, but I never got Super Mario World 2 as a kid. Although we didn't really get a Super Nintendo until it was practically out the door in terms of games when I was a kid, so that's probably part of the reason. Oh, hey, there's some counter fire. Is that the Claudia? Perhaps. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I didn't get Yoshi's Island as a kid, so I never really... I don't know, I've just never checked it out. Maybe one of these days. I kind of have this notion, though, of how I'm going to play games for the stream, and Super Mario World was the first video game I ever witnessed being played. It was technically the first video game I've ever played, but I only got to play it, like, once, and then I didn't have a Super Nintendo for, like, years after that, so... well, probably Clara's in the process too. They're probably both firing on it, so... I just hope we don't come up at another cannon silo or something, otherwise we're going to be looking this thing directly in the face. And that would not be good. Oh, okay. Was it sabotaged? Because that blew up in the chamber. Huh. I think Gilder had a bigger plan than he was letting on here. That's what he was doing. He was setting an explosive on the cannon shot there, on the what would that be called, a mortar? I don't know. Came out quite late, so many people have missed it, yeah. So it's a possibility that I might go play it someday. It's just that because Super Mario World was the first game that I ever played, I kind of have this notion that it will be the last game that I ever play for the stream, and it'll be a long time before we get to that point, but I don't know. I might change my mind eventually, so we'll see. But anyway, yeah, Gilder set a trap that allowed us to get a little closer here, so now we've got another save point. We'll keep going, though. It's we're not quite at the point where I'd say I'd want to call it a day yet. Probably another half an hour. Excuse me. Let's see. Officer and Mage Warden. Well, I know what I'm doing to the officer. I'm just tempting fate with this box now, aren't I? I mean, it's the only thing I can do because we only have 7 SP at the start of a battle, so it's not like I could just use regular old Crystallis, but...
Let's try this.
Still there! This string of luck is the kind of thing that speedrunners would love for this game, I'll tell you that much. Because normally those boxes break very easily, and definitely don't last this long. Like, can you imagine getting this kind of RNG on a Slippera box in this game? Like, some bosses in this game are actually vulnerable to sleep. I just can never really get it to stick, but if you're doing like a TAS of this game, you basically do a retake. You reload the save until you get sleep to stick on those bosses, and a decent chunk of bosses have a vulnerability to it, so if they could get this kind of luck on a Slippera box, like, they'd be happy as a pig in a poke, I'll tell you what. Although if it's a TAS, they're gonna get this kind of luck because it's a TAS, so of course they will, you know. Yeah, speedrunners need this box, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing any differently. I don't think I'm doing anything differently to make it stick around, but hey, if it works, it works. But yeah, Crystallis is actually really useful. The boxes specifically are really useful in the speedrun of this game because they're fairly cheap. They're only 800 gold. And, I mean, you get several uses out of it, and then you don't even have to worry about leveling purple magic that much because, well, you need to do other things like level your healing magic or get Rizzalim. And on a speedrun, getting Rizzalim is tough because you need to get a lot of magic EXP to do it. But if you're going to do 100% of the game, there you go, so. Oh, you just beat Yoshi's Island again today, so your need to see it has been sated for a while, gotcha. That's fair. Speaking of gold, you're loaded, have over 100k. Yeah, I don't know how I got this much money. I don't remember having this much the last time I played it, but hey, I guess I've got it. And I haven't even sold Ducat's coin yet, good lord. That's 20k extra in my pocket. What you're doing is streaming the game, that's why the box hasn't broken yet. Yeah, I forgot, it's like the opposite of the YouTube curse or the Let's Play curse. You just have insane luck. So. You could have found a better spot to put her. This place looks very barren despite the window. Ah, yeah, so if it wasn't clear before, Ramirez is also a Sylvite. He doesn't have the little mark on his head, but maybe he's from a different family? I don't know. Or maybe only the female Sylvites have that mark? I don't know. He seems more martially involved, so maybe it's because... I mean, we could guess all day, I guess, and not find the answer, but... I think you know the cause of the fire. You've got some rats loose. That's true. But it might be enough. Implying that Ramirez isn't female. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. Technically speaking, they could be whatever he wants, but, you know. So I suppose the proper term there would be they can be whatever they want. Let's get that correct. Let's be gender neutral about it. Let's use the right pronouns. very dark in here. I think if I remember right, the brightness looks a little bit brighter on the actual screen for the stream, but for me it's pretty dark there. And again, that's probably because the sun is peeking through the windows right next to this TV, so it looks a little bit more like there's a difference, there's a contrast there. The brightness and the darkness isn't really helping. Oh, yeah, we probably don't want to go through that door then. If we couldn't fight him with Fina in the party, we don't want to do it now. Oh boy. Okay, well, at least we know Fina's around here then, so it pays to listen sometimes. Okay, let's go bust her out then, because a couple of officers, they ain't gonna stop me. Probably over there. Yeah, because that's where we gotta go after, but let's go get Fina first. We kind of need her firepower in terms of the magical attack. So, gentlemen, I'm gonna need you to step aside. Then again, there I go again, implying that these couldn't be female officers. What would I even say in that situation? People! I need you to step aside, officers, but that's acknowledging their station, and that's not cheeky enough. Okay, anyway. Let's just get rid of this guy. And then...
Let's try this.
Still there. 37. Or is that 38 now? I can't even keep count even when I just started keeping count. I can maths. Apparently not.
That was easy.
I should probably switch off of purple weapons though at this point because like I just got Crystalum, so I don't really need to overdo it now. And I mean, Aka's gonna need 400 more purple experience to get Crystalline, so it's more of a later game thing. I should probably switch to like red or, well, I guess I could switch to blue or yellow. That's probably the key that we need for that other door, the harbor key there, so. Yeah, some green magic might be nice too. Yeah, I could always work on getting Vice and Gilder Sacrum. So I've gotten Sacrum for Fina and Aka already, so that's why I'm not really prioritizing it, because I mean Sacralin is nice, but like I don't know. It's not as nice as Sacrum. In my opinion, that's the best healing spell in the game, but well, not objectively best. There's another move that we can use later on that is considered the best, like objectively in terms of the amount of raw healing, because it heals everyone for like 3,000 HP, but you need to use all your SP to do that, and you also can't get access to it for a while, so yeah. Yeah, and they're the main magic users in our party anyway, so it's kind of like, eh. But, I mean, still, Vice having it wouldn't be bad, because he's got MP that he doesn't use, so I could have him heal.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Fina. Well, see, the problem now is that you're getting desensitized to me rescuing you. It's just such a normal thing for you at this point. Well, that's fair, yeah. Okay, Gilder, let's not even think about that one. Oh my god! I mean, yeah, we have known each other for a long time, so... How is this gonna play out after the game is over, though? Like, this is some kind of love triangle thing. At the very least, I don't think it's gonna put us at odds with each other, but you never know, I guess, so... Yeah, thank you, Gilder. Very, very cool. Very useful. True, we should probably get out of here before we, you know, get all gushy. I did mention we should probably steal a ship, ideally from Valua, so yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, so let's backtrack to the bottom of the fortress and take the elevator back down and look for a ship. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, it's what we call a threesome. True. They could always just have a polyamorous relationship with one another. I mean, I don't know how, you know, monogamy and polyamory works in this world. It might be the norm. I don't know. I mean, maybe Vice's parents are the exception rather than the rule, you know? I don't know. They don't really get into that in this game's lore. So I suppose we can't really judge. By the way, the room that we just left there was the room where the admirals originally met at the beginning of the game, so just in case that didn't click when we first got there. Fina has 145 will at this point. Good lord. She's going to be a powerhouse. Do I have anything to give anybody, like moonberries or anything? No. No, I do not. Okay. I didn't think I grabbed any, but I just wanted to make sure. Can I go through the door Ramirez went through? They're probably going to yell at me and be like, we probably shouldn't go there because Ramirez will murder us. Yeah, the blue rogues take all the booty they want. Yeah, there you go. That's the hidden, slightly more, what's the word I'm looking for? The slight, it's the kind of thing that they put behind the curtain, you know, beneath the sheets, if you will. Oh god, I'm so bad. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I'm probably going to gunslinger. I'm probably going to crystal his box too. I'll leave purple on just to get Fina crystal him, and then after that we'll work on something else. Hell, maybe I'll start working on like Electrez or Wevlas, because I haven't worked on either of those yet. I'm a little front-loaded in terms of the magic that I'm getting for everybody. So, like, I explicitly focused on green, red, and purple magic because those are the ones that I use the most often, and I already have Rizalim for Fina, so like I don't have to worry about that either. So, alright, Gilder, they're still in a line. Get them! Yeah, nice random fact. Thank you. Just figured I'd point that out in case it didn't click for anybody, because it definitely didn't click for me until I looked at it from that one angle, so. Nice. But yeah, now that we have all 4 of our party members back together, we can gunslinger every single battle. So if they're in a line, and since this is a hallway, they will be in a line, it'll work out pretty good for us. And Fina's level 25, nice. A little extra max spirit, not regular spirit, but that's okay. Alright, so about 7, 8 more battles, and then Fina will have Crystalline, and we can switch our weapons off. This does interact, but the door's locked, and there's no keyhole. Yeah, probably better to go out than in for a fortress like this. I don't think I want to go into the heart of their troops. This isn't Asura's Wrath. We can't just, like, wander into the middle of their troops and just blow them all up, you know? My memory of Asura's Wrath is pretty hazy, though. I haven't played that since I played it for the stream in, like... What was that, 2019? No, I think it was 2018, actually. It's been a long time. I definitely want to Epsilon Mirror the next time I get a chance, but we'll work on that. Save here for now. Like in the early game where Aika could spam Alpha Storm at the beginning of battle. Yeah, basically. Yep, exactly. It's very similar in terms of what we can do now. With my unbreaking box, I could end Valua right here and now. I mean, you're probably right, because that Crystallis box has been surviving. I'm almost loath to use it now, because of how long it's survived. But then again, I probably won't need to use it now, because, I mean, we got these guys, and they're not too bad. I mean, hell, Vice and Gilder can take out an officer by themselves, so... And then if I do... Yeah, I guess I could use Crystalum on the Mage Warden? No, probably he's got a lot of magic defense because he's a Mage Warden, so let's use it on the other officer. And then... Well, if I use Pyres, I should have enough to Epsilon Mirror next turn while I like clean up, so let's do that. And then do this.
Moons, give me strength.
Blizzaga, baby! Okay, I mean, that's not bad. It's a little stronger than Crystallis would be, but the Crystallis boxes, from my experience so far, they do a little more damage than the actual Crystallis spell, which is probably why speedrunners use it, because it, for some reason, is more powerful than, you know, the actual spell. I guess the actual spell is nice, though, because then you don't have to worry about using... or rather, the box is nice because you don't have to worry about using the MP, but the spell is nice because then you don't have to worry about carrying a bunch of boxes around, so... True, it's also free to use, yeah. The only caveat, of course, being that it might break, but hey, you know, that's just par for the course, so. Alright, Epsilon Mirror, go. And hit that guy with the frying pan, and then hit this person.
Moons protect me! Epsilon Hero!
I should have used this move so much more often when I played this game originally. 10 MP and invincible for a turn is just... It's so nice. It's just so nice. Alright, so he's guarding, so that's unfortunate, but... Hit him with the pan, Fina. Bonk. But yeah, don't underestimate that pan. It does about 200 damage, and that's not too bad, considering. You're silenced, so just, I guess, just guard. Whack him with the pan. Whatever. Just skip through that. Yes, the pan, indeed. I think we might have made the pan before you got here, actually. We did it right before we went to Nazrad originally. Or not originally, but Nazrad when it was burning. As the Valians were attacking, I did it. Because I realized, oh yeah, we've got everybody in the party, which means I got all my inventory back, so now I can actually use the choms and the chams and everything else that I've gotten. So... You've never gone that route before? Yeah, it's a different route, that's for sure. Basically, what's going to happen now, I mentioned it at the time, but the pan is going to be Fina's weapon on that route until we get a total of 24 cham. I think right now we're at like 15 or 16 cham. No, 15 sounds right. But yeah, so it's going to be the pan for a while. But that's fine. I mean, it's a frying pan, so it's funny, you know. Are they opening the wall? Oh, yeah, they are. I wonder why. Well, yeah, I guess we can take the ship out of the dock, so... What does it turn into next? A stand mixer? It has a specific form. We'll talk about it when we get there, but it's a little while from now. Like, I don't think we'll get enough cham to turn it into something else until we get to... the blue crystal location, I think. That sounds about right. Oh yeah, actually, Syroxis just said it there. Yeah, it turns into a weight. It turns into like you know the 4-ton weights from cartoons that like bonk like Wile E. Coyote and everything like that. Like that he tries to hit the Roadrunner with, and he always hits himself with. Something like that. So, the nice part about the weight though is that it gives Fina extra quick and dodge, which for her, especially with her lower HP, is actually kind of nice. It means that she doesn't have to fear physical attacks as much as she usually would, so... Yeah, they really did play creative with this game's design, yeah. They had fun with it, that's for sure. I think if I remember right, you can get caught by the searchlights and that automatically starts an encounter? I'm not 100% sure about that, though. But I think you can also hide behind these pillars. Oh no, never mind. Because I was behind that pillar and it definitely didn't make a difference. Yeah, I thought it was Metal Gear time, but apparently it's not Metal Gear time. I mean, these are Metal Gear, basically, these destroyers. So, that's nice. See, if I had Wevles here, that would be a good time to use this because they're, you know, in a group like that, but I don't, so... I mean, I guess we can shoot for the one in the middle and see if it, see if Gilder can, you know, kind of thread the needle, I guess. Eh, why not? Let's give it a shot. Oh, good. Call allies. Fantastic. Warning! Warning! Oh, good. That one's actually in the line AoE anyway, so this should work out pretty good. I don't know how much HP they have, but I mean, we do like 800 damage with each gunslinger, so... Should be alright. Excuse me. Get him, Gilder! I still can't skip this. It's like Rain of Swords. It's too cool. Is it not going to hit the reinforcement? Maybe not, because it wasn't here at the beginning of the turn. Oh, it wasn't in the line. Okay, that's fine. Also, they don't have, like, any HP, so I should keep that in mind. Bonk. I guess they can guard pretty well, though, considering. That's fine. Let's just attack. No, stop that. You are not allowed. I guess it's free EXP, but I'm already over-leveled, I think, so... Oh well. It's gonna be like, this is the battle that never ends. It's actually... Well, no, we should be able to take him out with the regular attacks and stuff, but... It's actually kind of not good for these reinforcements, because, like, they give you more experience and gold, but the problem with that is that you don't get more magic EXP, and most of the time that's the most important EXP that you can get until, like, you've already got all the spells you want, so... I guess that's fair, yeah, one's never overleveled in an RPG. I just like to be as inefficient as possible and still get by. That's like my shtick when it comes to RPGs, basically, so... Sometimes I like being a little underleveled. Well, underleveled. I just got caught again. I would be terrible at Metal Gear. Oh boy. Well, anyway. I mean, we could probably just Pyrum and get rid of them too, I guess. Let's just have Aka do that. We'll see what happens. Because Pyrum worked pretty good on those dogs in Ducat's Island. And I know these guys aren't green element, but... They also don't seem to have very much HP, so... That's kind of nice.
That was easy.
Yeah, it's true. Until you do New Game Plus with the levels and equipment from the original playthrough. Yeah, then being a little inefficient might be a little bad for me. So... Alright, a few more battles, Fina. 5 more. Let's get out of here before I get caught again. Oh, it's a-coming for me. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, I see. So it, like, moves up and down the platform. Alright. There's another Moonberry. Is that the only one we have right now? Because I kind of would like to get Fina... Yeah, it's the only one we have. Okay. I'd like to get Fina's next super move, but, honestly, it might actually be better to save it. I know I keep cucking Fina out of super moves, but, it might be better to save it, because if I get to 3 Moonberries, we can get Vice's final super move, which is really powerful, so... I might save it. It might be easier. Alright, well, Pyrum worked pretty good last time, so let's do it again. Might not even need Pyrum, because they might not have enough HP, but that's fine. Search! What does that do? Probably like target search. They're probably getting ready to use a big attack or something after that. Oh, didn't work this time. Vice's final move. Yes, please, yeah. Oh, we'll get there, don't you worry. We only need 2 more Moonberries, and we should be able to get those pretty soon, so... Hell, I think some of the enemies in here might even drop Moonberries, so I might get lucky.
That was easy.
Alright, Vice is 27, so that's probably how it's going to go from now on. Basically, Vice will be a level above Aka, and Aka will be a level above Fina, and... I think that's pretty much static for the remainder of the game, actually. I think that's basically exactly how it goes, so... Alright, you're going back that way so I can avoid by doing this. Let's see, that starts in the up position and then comes down. Alright, so we'll just, like, wait for it to go and then we'll come back around. Is this Civil and Bane again? Because that I just pressed A on the box, so... Probably. Yep, that's him in the shadows there. You can barely see him, but that's him, alright. I'm gonna Skull Shield this turn, because what the hell, right? And then we can blast him next turn. Unless he uses Burst this turn, which would kind of suck. But, what can you do, right?
Pirates of old, defend our cause.
Yeah, unless you grinded 99. Yeah, I guess that's true. We could do that. I don't think I'm gonna, but we could do that. I don't know, I don't think I ever got it above, like, the mid-50s in this game. I'm pretty sure I beat the super boss at, like, 54 for Vice or something. I don't remember going any higher than that, anyway. Yeah, so there's the Skull Shield right there, and it'll blast back, so... Maybe it doesn't use Vice's attack power, because that was a little bit less than I expected it to do, but maybe it does. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, Cutlass Fury and Gunslinger a go-go. Let's see, Gunslinger is... Oh, you've got Crystalum, then just use that. That works good. You just guard, and then Gunslinger a go-go. Use all that SP. Remember doing some endgame grinding, but not going for 99. Yeah, I don't know. 99 seems like a lot. Like, I don't even know how much experience you'd need to get that far, because, like, we need thousands of experience for each level at this point. We're fighting tooth and nail just to get there. I can't even imagine 99. But then again, I mean, there are some ways late in the game to get lots of experience quickly. I just don't know how much is considered lots when you get to a high level like that, you know. It's fine. If you want to grind to 99, you can, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we won't hit 50 by the end of the game, like in this particular case. You're getting a little tankier, aren't you, Zivelin Bane? Is he still red element? That might be the problem. He might not. It might be a different Zivelin Bane. No, he's still red element. He's just getting a lot tankier. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. Whatever. You do you, dude. Yeah, let's do that and use a Sacrum Crystal. I could use the Electrum box even. Well, let's let Gilder do that. Watch it break right away. Yeah, Electrum's not bad.
Let's try this.
It'll do some good for us. Still there. 39.
Let's try this.
Yeah, I think he has been doing some grinding because he's definitely got a little more defense than he had before.
This should work.
Bzzzt. Okay, I mean, that does more than Crystal is, so I guess that's pretty good.
That was easy.
Maybe I'm underestimating the power that Electrum and Wevlum have because, like, I've been saying, oh, we don't need them, but maybe we do. Maybe they wouldn't be bad to have. Oh, a Dexys Seed. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, he definitely got boxed that turn, that's for sure. And an Unholy Dagger, which I'm pretty sure is another treasure. I think everything that Zivelin Bane goes for is just like a treasure that you can sell. So, because we still got that Soul Crystal. And then, yeah, it's just a treasure that we can sell. So we're going to have even more money than we already have by the time we get out of here. It's pretty great. We have a Dexys Seed here. So this actually increases your Agile stat by 1. And that means that you can go faster in battle. Basically, the Agile stat determines your turn order. So, who do I want to give that to? We've got 22, 12, 14. I mean, Vice is the one that needs it more, but like, you probably don't need to give it to Aka because she's got such high agility that she'll probably go first among everybody. Like, there are some times when people beat her out on that, but it's usually because you got a specific role. So, I might give it to Fina, actually, because her going quickly might not be a bad idea either. It's nice to have her go quickly in boss fights because then she can use the Glyphs of Might faster, so that she doesn't have to worry about her HP as much, like getting smacked around by something that can kill her in one hit before she gets Incrum up. So I think I'll give it to her. Excuse me. Alright, well, that takes care of that. Let's see if we can get around this, this search here. Okay, just follow it down, and then we'll move up when we need to. Or we won't need to. Or I'll get caught again because it decides to creep up on me. Clever girl! Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, just one destroyer. Okay, that's fine. Let's just attack. Actually, let's just attack and use the Electrum box, because why not? Or should I use the Crystal as box just to try to... I mean, I don't really want to break it now because it's been in my inventory for so long, but... Well...
Let's try this.
Nope, still there. 40. I'm playing 4D chess with this Crystallis box. Oh my god. This is just silly.
Fun.
I think you can buy other boxes later on in the game, though, so it won't be... I mean, it's still going to be a special box to me because of how long it's lasted, but once we can buy boxes, it won't be as special, I guess. I almost just got caught again because I was talking my mouth off, so... We do got to see how far the box goes. We also got to see how far in this fortress goes. Will we be able to take a ship from the Valuans and escape from the Grand Fortress once again? And what ship will we choose as our ride of choice? Find out on the next episode of Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition, where I will definitely have notes on the Chams and Moonfish to make sure we didn't miss anything. But that'll be happening on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yeah, I know. Cliffhanger right at the end of the dungeon, but hey, you know how it goes around here. Cliffhangers are like the name of the game. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. Yeah, we're on world record streak with that Crystallis box, for sure. Like, it's definitely We're getting into TAS levels here. It's starting to get ridiculous. And don't use the box and have it become the box of legend. There you go. That'll be Vice's treasure to every other pirate after his legend is over. But yeah, so thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Yeah, more like Ship Hanger, yeah. Them and me both, that's for sure. Oh boy.